Time on the track.
I don't know that Wilder Taylor Hank. I know the cool, dressing nice, the big family Taylor Hank, you know, like when I was hearing all the, like, that I thought, well, the person that's older than me that was out before me could say that, but then I was like, no, because the people that was a little older than me, like the Black and Moles, the Eric Marie, I was running with them.
Right.
So I'm like, one time I'm gonna tell it was nighttime. I just went at the time beef with the Calio. Taylor was in a big raggedy Suburban with a lot of beat in there. And I'm coming up the court, I'm like, Taylor. So he was best, I ain't gonna call her name, but he knew if it was a female and know he was just kicking with. He spotted me, I said, it's gangster. Scary, he pulled off. He didn't want me around, like, because of the beef I was with the Cali. He had nothing to do with that.
Right.
So now when I'm hearing in the jail, wow, on the motorcycle, what? I said, what? I'm hearing, I'm like, man, no, not that. So once I post a picture that he graduated and I see that he's, changing his life, I was like, now I want to reach out and let him talk, say some positive things. So he had reached like, I got something in court, tell him, once I finish that, then I don't mind coming on and talking positive. That's why I've never done a documentary or a video or nothing about Telly or, none of this stuff, because I know how the people will try to use that against him in court or try, mess up their appeals. So I never done it on because I know him personally.
Right.
Know his mother, know his cousin. I know them, So that's why I never done it because I didn't want to mess him up or nothing.
Right. I totally get that.
For us, just say let's talk about Lil Durk for a second, because since you've been in the feds and shit, like if that was true, that nigga was saying, homie wore the wire around Lil Durk. Mm-hmm. Can that be enough to send a nigga up, just a wire?
Yes, it could be enough. But I had asked a question the other day. I was like, okay, we got it from Say Cheese posted, right? Mm-hmm. But I was like, where's the proof that this dude wore the wire that got dirt? We just took that one rumor and ran with it.
You talking about Jam, right?
Yeah.
Right.
OTL Jam. So I was like, what a proof at? I say, sometimes we hard on, man, I need to see the paper, I want to see the proof. And sometimes it depends on who dropped it, we run with it. So we do away with where the paperwork, where the proof is to, we got something, he did it to that man, he got the man in trouble. One thing we know, somebody got him in trouble.
Right, because he got picked up.
Right, so now that they point the finger at him, they all together, yeah, it was him. And I'm not saying it wasn't him because I don't know, but I got all the stuff. But I would say this, it's documented stuff where Lil Durk was telling them, man, don't buy nothing or order nothing in my name. Don't do this, don't do that. So I'm like, okay, if he's saying this on the record, why y'all, them feds was watching this man so much to where in the paperwork it's saying, even when he went and done a podcast. So the thing will get me with a lot of these youngsters today is they see the feds listen to the podcast. They see the feds watching Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. They see the feds watching all this kind of stuff. They see the camera that's out, and they still go do the dirt.
Right.
Is that what niggas saying podcasting and all that? Is that under the same umbrella as like? Cause that shit hold up, just like the wire, you ain't got no hard evidence, you know what I'm saying? Fingerprints, DNA, all that type of shit. Like, can all that other shit like that under that umbrella, could that shit hold up? Cause we seen that with Young Thug and Man Out now.
Well, that's a different story because you got to keep in mind. First, let me answer your first question. Yes, it's gonna hold up because, like right now, we doing a podcast right now. If I was to say, man, if I catch Bird down in the French Quarter, man, I'm gonna go upside his head with a 2x4. Now, I'm in the French Quarter, get me some beignets. Somebody see Bird or something happen out there. Gangsta did it.
Right, because you said it on the podcast. Right.
So, they take it, anything we said, what we joke about, they take it in for real. Like, I might be like, man, look, man, I'm going to go to Popeye, bro, get me a 4-piece chicken. Oh, he was talking about 4 kilos. The federal government
Yeah.
switch all out with illegal and make it to be drugs. But to answer your question about Young Thug, if it wasn't for Woody to switch up and play crazy, then that would have been a different outcome.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he would have got slammed because they had everything they needed.
Yeah, Woody
needed.
switched it for him.
So how you look at the people who do that shit, switching, recanting, you know what I'm saying? They don't get a nigga in jail, but they started out that way.
You was told. Bro, ain't no, okay, I'm gonna drop it down, I'm gonna tell them, then I'm gonna come back and clean it up. Nah, you started.
See, niggas be changing it, bro. At
That's
first
what
it
I'm
was
telling you.
if a nigga charged a nigga facing a punishment for something that you said. Young Thug
Right.
getting out. It was based off what he said. He recanted and he getting out. That what nigga said ratting is based off something that I say
That put you in jail.
put you in the woo from what I said. That niggas change it every time.
But guys, the way you said Young Thug getting out, he not getting out under, okay, all the charges drop. He getting out with conditions.
Yeah, I was saying for
he
getting out,
plead
not
out.
getting convicted for life and staying in
Right.
jail forever.
But he still got convicted though. You see what I'm saying?
No,
You
for
still,
sure.
And you got,
I think partially some of that stuff is their own mishaps and mistakes, like messing with the witness, you know what I'm saying? Just different people getting taken off the case from handling stuff the wrong way, you know what I'm saying? Filing stuff the wrong way to a level where they kind of messed that case up themselves as well. Besides of what, you know, the Woody said or whatever, they still was fumbling and dropping the ball, you know, themselves, like, you know, the things that they was doing. So, yeah, we got to take all that under consideration when you're dealing with Thug as well, you know?
I know everything we have with Young Thug, it gives Lil Durk
A better
hope.
Right.
Cause you see what's going on. You see the games they playing.
But that don't mean that these people gonna fumble as much as they fumbled with Thug.
Right.
They you know, sometimes you learn from your mistake. We know we gotta come concrete.
That gives Dirk hope for that situation. And like how the brother just was saying that don't mean they're gonna fumble, but you gotta understand this. Thug situation happened in Georgia. The Dirk was Chicago or Cali.
Cali. It's Cali.
So
That's federal, huh?
And that's federal, right? Federal versus state. So it's a lot different too. But a lot of stuff that they got Dirk for in the indictment, his name not in that indictment, it's his name in there, Banks, but you know, they got co-conspirator 1, 2, they just saying those different names. So one would be like, they know he the head, but they don't really have a lot on him where they haven't presented a lot, showing us that, okay, yeah, he said this, and this.
What let me tell you this, man. What happened with this? Because it's a throwback rule from your era. The feds don't get it wrong. Niggas ain't beating the feds. They only come when they got it for show. They don't even pull out their driveway unless they know they coming. They already. What's up with that? Because Boosie came home, and that ain't the real deal.
All right, I'm gonna answer that with this picture. When the feds first came about, it was for the mob. Once they started tearing the mob down, then they started coming into the drug dealers. So then that got bored, so now people with crack cases, one bullet, anything they could get to go federal, they locking us up now. Like you said, it was back in my era. Now it's so watered down now to where it's like the feds just doing anything now. They're just looking thirsty. They just grab it in and everything to try to hold up that image that they cut like that stuff, but they not.
And that Boosie shit kind of showed that also for his nigga getting out, picking charges back up, shit like that.
Yeah, and see the thing was this too with Boosie is where they hit him with one charge, and then the law had passed where but how I get caught with a gun in the parish right now. Riding right now, I get caught with the state got me. The feds could pick it up too because it's two different jurisdictions. You know what I'm saying? They just gonna name it something different under the fed and tell me, bro, that's double jeopardy. No, it's not. It's two different jurisdictions. And they might have me with possession of firearm here. They might have me with illegal carrying a firearm in the fed. They gonna word it different. Boom, you got me. You know, so what Boosie, so he shook him, you know, and then they come out with some bull and hit the man again, you know. They do dirty stuff, but the feds, if you think about it, if you look at it, bro, the feds get a lot of, their conviction rate is high because you can have a murder. You can have a murder charge, Well, we'll give you 5 years.
Plea outs.
We'll give you 10 years and just tell her.
More people plea out than take them to court.
Yeah, because they give you
That's something unheard of. We give you 5 years for a murder. You're supposed to be gone.
Right, they get them to plea out.
I just, but
For
that
the
shit
conviction.
confusing though.
For the conviction.
I know, but it's still confusing. Like, you was gonna give me, I got 5 years on a murder. It make it seem like I was gonna get out, man. You don't got me. If you got me, conviction or not, bro, you're not giving me no. You had all that shit on there on me, bro. This Young Thug shit. You're not giving me what all these numbers. Cool, how they do that shit for? They suspend this, and the common thing is, nigga, I'm getting out today. Yeah. So a nigga getting out of jail don't care how that shit ran. Boy, the ultimate thing they say, you packing up today. So I can have 60 wild, 30 concurrent. Nigga don't give a fuck about that. They worrying about the conviction. But if they really, really had me, dog, you think I'll be going home today? Fuck how they ran all them numbers. You think if they really had me, dog, I'll be going back in the world today. That's that shit all fugazi to me. That's why I was asking about that shit.
But let me ask you this though, Gary, because I hear it in your voice like you wouldn't take the plea. Like you going to trial.
Nah, I'm gonna answer that before time I'm talking. That don't determine that, but yeah, as far as that goes, you know what I'm saying. But nah, when it comes down to them people, bro, I'm smart. You know what I'm saying. I don't want to be in jail, but I've been dealing with the system a long time, bro. I kind of learned that over the time. Like I don't play. You know what I'm saying. Right or wrong. That's how I live today. That's why I don't do nothing wrong, because right or wrong, if it's something that I could touch, I could do, I'm gonna do it. Because I got so many people, bro, that they 3 years that was offered to them in their first 2 weeks. You know, niggas still shitting out McDonald's. You ain't about to call about you only been in jail 3 weeks. That 3 weeks just be that 3 weeks. Now, fast forward 4 years in, you talking about you going to trial. The court day before trial, they saying 40. Now you don't have a way to go. You kind of forced now. You know what I'm saying? Because you done been. They ain't coming with that what they had no more at 3 weeks. Ain't no. So you be forced at the end. But nah, I'm a smart nigga. 5, 10, some shit like that, where I can see my kids, my family again, and based off my health, I think about all that shit. But I'm terrified to go to jail, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I've done it too many times as a kid. Like I'm terrified. I don't want to do that shit at all. I will adapt if it came down to that or some killer be killed situation. But other than that, nah, man. It's too many games. I don't know how to adapt no more.
Real talk.
But how you look at a nigga who like, man, we stand solid for you, and then you cop a plea and you get out and we still here. Cause every nigga who on the other side of that was in that room, Shannon and the other nigga, it was Shannon and another nigga that they was riding it out with Thug. But see, Thug cop a plea and he go home. What feeling you think that put them in? We riding it out with you, nigga. We come to court and you cop the woo and you go home and we still here.
I just saw it was a little youngster on his case. Little something, he got 10 years. So I don't know if he got out, but I was like, he got 10, do you gotta go do some more time? Or I just saw
the
it.
black home with the dreads?
No, he was a little young boy. He was the small one.
Yeah, so many on there.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, you gotta go do time? But I saw it this morning, so I didn't get a chance to really look into it. But just the fact that, I like how you just said, like, could we ride with you? So you cop out, boom. Or was it one of those ones, Thug didn't ask me to ride, you just decide to ride with me, but I'm gonna do what's best for me. So the people offer me something I could get on out of here.
Nah, really.
Let me take that, because I gotta go into my family. And I'm the breadwinner. Right, I'm the one, the big dog.
I need to be out there.
Yeah, man, I gotta be out there, make sure everything. And like I just did in my video.
That's wrong, dude.
Yeah. Like I did in my video, y'all ban the man from Atlanta, but say you going to come back to talk to the children, do community service. Am I banned? Or what's going on?
Who they banned?
Thug. He can't.
I ain't never heard that rumor.
That's his
one of the stipulations.
Oh, that's part of. They say. Oh, that's what the people say. I thought you were saying that the city saying. I'm like, for what? Like,
no. The court said that get up out of here.
Right.
For 10 years.
Come back.
Shit.
Yeah, but you're going to come back just to do your community service, talk to the children of this. Then after so long, you come back for the weddings or something they were saying. I was like, that stuff crazy.
You think as a nigga that caliber Thug, do it even matter? Like if you come back to the city or not, to New Orleans or not? If you that caliber, do it even matter?
No. Look, think about this here. Look at Wayne, look at P, look at Bird. All them left, but they only come back because they body tied to here. But they come back because they see that it's still an open market to make money. So now we're gonna play on. I'm from here. I'm back home, y'all, but you really from here. You ain't coming doing no kind of pro bono work. You ain't, you ain't doing nothing free. You here getting all that money, draining the rest of all the economy, and I'm shout out to the uptown, down, y'all throw your sets up and they up out of here, bro. I'm just saying.
This dude here.
Think about it, bro. Some of the Wayne don't live here. Bird don't live here. P, I don't know if P live here.
P don't live here.
Okay, P don't look at.
It's a little different.
You got a roll. You got a list of who all here.
Majority of them, yeah.
Me, like he just disgusted with this
Nigga
stuff.
here something serious.
I'm just saying, So, but back to what I said though, Peter. So it's like
I'm in this city though. For real.
yeah, you really in here.
Mina
right?
really here.
Right,
I'm really here.
Big
really
facts.
here,
You really here?
I'm here today, yeah. And yesterday, but I'm up out of here soon. I got to go.
Right.
Nah, bro, listen, for real. If I was had to move back here, I gotta go across the river, Slidell, man. I gotta go somewhere because
Outskirts.
trying to live in the city of New Orleans, that stuff would have me spooked.
Right.
Yeah, because you don't know who cool, who not, who get on the phone. Man.
You think everybody who lived the way you lived before at one time, they still on age, no matter how long it been to whenever?
Yeah, because you got somebody always ready to take the batteries out your clock. Somebody always waiting to punch that ticket, man.
Right.
Especially if you was cut them, you done some work. They got this sick thing. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get that trophy.
Like it's an honor, huh?
Right, you know what I'm saying? So it's always somebody, and the people always gonna be. But then you got some old heads and they sick mind. They think I was that dude before I left. So y'all the boys, and that's how they get caught up. Yeah, I done watched a lot of them come home. Like prime example, when Lester Duplessis them and Levi and all them was doing anything. When Lester Duplessis come home, he had wanted to holler at us. So it was like, okay, he know the protocol because it's like we in the know you now. We doing our thing. Yeah, you an OG. You push your.
Yeah, we respect you, right?
But we go out here now. So he come and got with us. I said, some more.
Right.
When Nate come on, Nate went to Fib and Clara, he tell me, man, look, don't ride. So when I said, what he said, no, he wasn't saying, he was just letting people know this is working this, but if we need something good. It's like, I kind of calmed down. I was like, what are you talking about? You don't come home talking about don't rap. What was us around here? You know?
Right.
But they wound up still getting round up jacket on them. Other do have to carry around and robbing too, but still the fact remained that some old heads get it, some don't. Some still be in their mind, this my hood, I built this hood. I'm the one that had this jumping little boy. I used to buy y'all clothes and stuff when y'all was little boy. I used to send y'all to the store, you know? So they come home with that mindset, and them little youngsters be having them new things and be waiting to see that thing on jam or not. You know, so
That's a fact. When like I don't know Woody, whatever his name is, but Woody. So I don't know if his reputation before this jail shit amounted to yours on the street shit, right? I don't know that. But when you get out, it's like this, you get love, but when this nigga get out, this nigga getting praise. Like if it came to the point that both of y'all told, and you the way you live and the way he live, I would think that you would be getting praise to the level how this nigga getting praise off of this shit.
Well, see, this is what I learned with that. It's the internet. And he's young. So he got a young family, and he gets older people too, and they love his character. See, I had never watched that trial. I didn't know who he was. I had 3 different females say, you need to interview him. You need to interview Woody. I say, why? Because he's funny, and I was with the listen to some stuff, I was like, that ain't funny. But to other people, it was funny. So I don't recall, I don't think. So I was like, man, I got time for this. Because in my mind, I'm trying to do my stuff on YouTube and keep my stuff going. Right. So I didn't have time to study him. Then once everybody talks, let me go see what they talking about. So I just started checking him out. And then when I talked to him, his exact words were, man, I watch what you be doing. I said, okay, you took a page out of my book. You know, your little smooth, your cleverness. I said, oh, that's pretty cool.
He play more dumber than what he like he don't know what's going on when you really know what's going on. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's been his niche.
Pretty much, you know? I'm gonna play Dave for my funeral just to see who's gonna show up.
Right, pretty much.
Saying you got love for me, so now I'm gone. You ain't must come pay your last respects.
Right. This shit just different, bro. That a nigga could do all that in court and then nigga could come home and be like,
How you feel
I
about
wish
that?
he get out. I wish he get out. Like the person who owned the nigga, he on Instagram saying, man, I'm praying he get out. You like it's different. Like the nigga who told
Because you
on
had
the
to change
nigga.
your heart after he told. How you feel about that? You think it's wrong that they praising him?
It's to the point to where it's like I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm one of them. Like you see,
But
I'm
you
right
still
here
got
with you.
opinion.
I'm right here with you. Nah,
It's different.
Nah, it ain't
Let
different.
me tell
Both
you
of
why
y'all
it's
told. I'm right here with you. I'm letting you know,
Hold on.
like I don't like get into that type of shit. Like I ain't fucking with a nigga because he read it or he told. Like now I'm on this end. Didn't got nothing to do with podcasting, my nigga. If I wasn't podcasting and I see you and if I wanted to holler, my nigga, no matter what you did. If that's what I wanted to do, that's what I wanted to do. The perception of others don't do shit to me. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I roll. So I'm on some shit. I'm on some shit like he got out, and however he getting his flowers, he getting his flowers. I don't think it's right or wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Now you gonna answer my question though?
I just answered. You said right or wrong. I said I don't know.
I
don't.
say how you feel. Do you think it's wrong? I want to know not how you hit me with the
I
stick.
just said I don't know.
I ain't
Wrong.
cut you
I don't know.
Sir, I ain't cut you
right.
off that one time. Now my turn. What I'm saying is this.
Hey, I'm the interviewer too, nigga. Don't
Right.
be nigga. You were doing
Right.
that yesterday. Let me interview you, nigga.
Okay, cool. But what I'm just saying is this here. The way you just broke that down, you still answer my question because how on one hand, it's like you like he shouldn't be praised. He shouldn't be getting that love because he told. The rule is you tell, get out the way you an outcast. But you see the love he getting, so it's like in a way I can see in your face and when you talk, you kind of disgusted with that.
Nah, that's how you wrong. You
He's saying he don't
wrong.
even care.
I
He don't even care either way it goes. That's what he's saying.
But yeah,
He
I don't believe that. He care.
Nah, I don't. Bro,
No,
if
no,
I
would you
if I
believe-
cared,
would you believe I don't care?
No, but if I cared,
Yeah.
bro,
You
if I
believe that?
Because
if
you
I
more calm.
if I cared, bro,
His demeanor showing me he
nah,
do.
that's just my personality. If
I
I,
know your
cared, bro,
personality.
I wouldn't deal with you, my nigga.
That ain't true. Let me tell you why. 'Cause
Nah,
of this.
that's the guy. If I ain't
Listen.
gonna deal with one nigga who told, I ain't gonna deal with no nigga who told.
No,
I don't
but-
give a fuck about nothing else.
No, but the difference is when you said about how it's too different with me and him. It's totally two different situations. So you see him on a stand before the world doing this, and he's being praised. It's a totally difference. You ain't see none of you only hear this, and you got to put it all together with me. So it's two different things. And when you said how what he doing, is it cool for them to be praising him, knowing he the one part of Thug being locked up? So that's why I asked you how you felt about that. But I could tell though, like it was a
No, but I want to talk about the parent that too, but and the parent you say is different. Yeah, the scenarios and the situations different, bro. But if a nigga said he took the stand, woo, and the nigga like, man, this nigga been living under the rock his whole life. He told on the nigga too. That's the same to me. You told and he told, not because how you told, you ain't catch the stand, my nigga. You still told just like he did. So. Nah, I wouldn't look at that different.
Nah, that is a different. That's just like,
Well, you told,
That's like-
that ain't different.
Hold up. That's like last time we said the dude that talked
the bureau.
in the beginning, in the bureau, and then the dude that read at 20-some years. At the end of the day, both of them is considered what it is. That's what you said earlier.
Now, but let me tell you this here, because he brought up his point the other day about a killer, how a person killed versus somebody.
Pop shooter.
Right. So now it's a difference, and you're gonna be looked at different. I said,
You said you
I don't hear the
respect him
shooter.
as a
I said,
killer.
yeah, me. But he not gonna look at him like that because you gonna in your mind he's like, you know, back when Gangsta was stepping, he gonna get out that car and walk up and work. Whereas you, somebody mess with you or somebody, you see somebody you about to
That's a
shoot
little
and
different.
get you-
That is that
Exactly.
whole scenario about that is
So-
different
so-
than two niggas ratting.
No, it's not. Let me show you why. Okay, you got the rats. We already got that locked in y'all rats. But now it's like to your degree, because it's like, okay, I heard Gangsta, I heard about you, boy. I saw some paperwork, but I heard about you, pop. Versus I'm eyewitnessing
Witnessed it. So you get
up
down.
here.
So you get down the whole time.
It's your error. We
I
can
could
sit here-
I could agree to that a little bit. Like that is like fucking with my decision because I'm literally
looking at
seeing
you,
this nigga.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Versus a little
You
bit.
sitting there really hurting the man.
But I still
can
just
see
don't care though. But
Right,
I can
understand
see what
you
you're
don't
saying.
care, but you sitting now, so nobody can't sway you this way to be like, man, don't mess with Gangsta because man, I heard this. I don't got the proof on this part, but I know about this.
Yeah, it's
Whereas
still
with him,
speculation on
right.
your side of it.
Him, you see, you right here with your popcorn, sometimes your lady right here, everybody laughing, enjoying the show. But it's a show that a lot of people frown upon it, but you got a lot of street dude gangsters locked in on it. Know what they be saying? Man, he ready, but boy, you a funny dude.
I think that's the people who watch the most.
I think the way that he went about doing it, when he was like, I can't get in no trouble for this. Yeah, I did this, and and I was scared, and like
I can't do that though.
I just think that that's what people looked at more like.
I'm not strong.
What you mean you're not strong enough for
Like
what?
the immunity shit, like say it don't hurt you. I'm not strong.
You still can't say it.
I can't. I'm not strong enough to do that.
Could you do it?
What? Do what?
Would you be strong enough to, like he said, he's not strong
If
enough?
I had the immunity, like, and they say that I could, I would say I'm not gonna get in no trouble, and I say what I gotta say.
I can't. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
But I'm not putting myself in a situation to have to get immunity. Like that's just how I move.
That's how we move.
Yeah,
All this hypotheticals, because we ain't going down that woo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This is
I'm not
good.
speaking
This is
that
good
type
because you got other people. The same conversations we have, they had these in the neighborhood, in the hoods.
Nah, for sure.
Like I got guys that have called me, I be chilling. Man, Gangsta, I got a question. Da 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 da. I'm like, wait, and I get my opinion on it. So it's people that all over that be arguing or having debates about stuff we talking about now.
What's the problem with you and Wack?
I don't know Wack. You got to keep in mind.
Wack don't like you though.
I don't care.
No, I'm just saying you say you don't know him, but saying he don't like you.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like me. But the thing is this here. I did 23 years, 10 months in the Fed. I come home, jumped on the internet. So why you don't like me? I don't know you. You from California. You a blood from Pyru from California.
You know why he don't? You really honestly don't know why he don't like you.
Well, no, I don't know, but I have a speculation.
Well, that's what I mean to ask him. The speculation, whatever
What said it? Because y'all must know something. Where y'all
No, I'm just saying. I was about to say one thing that I know. You know, what I was about to say might be your speculation.
Because of Birdman?
Similar to, it's in there.
Yeah, because he look at the Birdman, and Birdman little pit bull. Sick him. Get him. But I don't know. Like, me and Wack, that time when I went in Clubhouse, we finally had a talk, and I made a lot of diss videos at Wack.
I was on there when y'all was on Clubhouse, and he was barking on there, too.
I didn't bark.
No, him.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. That's his nature, but I learned the game. Okay, when you got people like him that like to fuss and raise his voice, when you match that, that give him more motivation to keep going to outdo you. But when you be quiet, he feel like a fool.
When you said like the speculation of Birdman, what like direct, like what speculation? Like what is the speculation? Instead of being broad like speculation, what is the speculation?
What you mean when I say speculation?
I'm saying what you saying. You know that he got a problem with you. You say I'm just speculating. I'm like, what is that? What you speculating?
I say because of Birdman, they tight.
Because of how Bird.
Oh, that's
feel
all you
about,
saying? Because
of
of
how
that?
Bird feel about the situation, that makes Wack react the way that he react.
Right,
Bird
right.
ain't gonna get on the internet and talk
That's
about nothing like that, but Wack would.
All right, let me show you something.
That's something.
Let me show you something.
I'm gonna say why for us the details of Birdman, like I was thinking you would say.
Because I want you to use your train of thought.
Because I ain't gonna do that anyway. Because this is something I know, but it's from being bro that this nigga tied to Stunner, and you saying you Birdman brother, and to his knowledge, he feel like he talked to Birdman, and Birdman saying you not his brother, so he looking at you as a flawed dude. You know what I'm saying? You trying to gain relations of another nigga who is not even kin to you, and that no matter what you say going forward out your mouth, you just look like a flaw ass nigga to him because you lying to be another nigga brother. That's why.
That ain't correct. Because
that's what I heard him say.
No,
himself. I heard him say that.
No, you didn't. Because Wack asked him, hold on, I let you talk my turn. And we can pull up the receipts. Wack asked him, what relation? He said, that's blood. That's my blood. Bird said that in the Clubhouse. Now pull up the receipts.
Nah, listen.
Google.
That man didn't tell you that to your face on Clubhouse, man, about the brother shit?
No.
I heard that man tell you that.
No, know what he said?
This nigga, I heard this
We
shit.
got the receipts right here, brother. We ain't got to argue about it.
No, I'm just saying that man ain't never said you wasn't Birdman brother. Never ever.
Not to me. All the exact words, because I didn't go in there for Wack. Somebody hit me up and say, man, come in club. I was bored that night. Because I put the Wack the app on, took it off, put it on, took it off. So I was like, all right, I'm going to come in there. Went in there. I didn't know they had a thing in there how they could see who in there. So Wack coming in, what's up, you BAN? You got something you want to tell me now? I'm a beat you. I just let him go. I said, you finish? Hold up. I said, you finish? I said, sweetheart. He left out. I left out. Now listen, your scenario, that's not why Wack had that energy towards me. Because you got to understand this, Wack is somebody that don't know nothing about Birdman, don't know nothing about me, only going off what you hearing and you putting it together. Now, Bird them got Hot Boy, got protection, allegedly money for B. Their whole image is built around us. So now you got somebody who you looked up to for years, rapped about for years, now you got stigma on your name as a rat. So now even if you have a same father, that ain't my brother. So now Wack asked him that, man, you know, man, yes, man, that ain't my brother. He hot, man, that's Cap, that ain't my brother. So now, Wack, you be woo, he ain't your brother, whatever the case may be. Okay, because you mad about this. But plenty of time, Bird have said, yeah, that's my brother. Yeah, brother this, brother that. But I don't care what Wack said, Bird, whoever, don't want to acknowledge me. I ain't got a problem with that.
No.
You know, it is what it is. They feel how they feel.
Yeah, it was just based off meaning
I
actually
know-
why nigga don't like.
Right, but I'm telling you, it wasn't because of Bird and that. It was because of the rat allegations. First and foremost, because Wack don't know who is who. He only met this man through the industry.
So what the allegations was that he had a problem with the breakdown.
What the Wack?
Yeah, you say it was
What the-
allegations.
By me being a snitch, by me ratting, because when you Google Birdman Gangsta, you gonna see where they said I invested the cash money. You gonna see they say I ratted on a dude named Lil Elk. They put Lil Elk off the Parkway, get the gat. All that's on the computer.
Right.
That been out years ago. So now, when you look at this here, right? Wack always been Bird Lil Hitman. Think about when Wack went to pushing the narrative about BG. Not one time, and you see Bird running with BG, but not one time did Wack stand down. He was like, man, this. He was standing on what he felt.
Right.
And he's still pushing that narrative. Bird wasn't trying to hear that. Because Bird know Jizzle home now, and I can still make money with Jizzle. So all the other stuff bitch me with that, I'm doing this. And ain't nobody saying nothing.
I'm saying what it is to say about what.
He's just saying if you Wack was pushing BG ratted or did some stuff like that, and you know what I'm saying, Bird still rock with BG, you know what I'm saying, and we don't hear nothing else from him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
on the strength of
I know what you was getting at, so I was kind of like getting at because the nigga ain't do that. That's why ain't nothing. So.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm showing is Wack took it upon himself and went. Bird could have stepped in and say, hey, stand down. Because Wack listen to what Bird say. Wack listen to what Bird say regardless. However you look at it, how you cut it, he listens. So Bird just like left it alone.
I'll let you get away with that,
He
but
said-
I don't believe that.
he say respect him, but he his own man. And I've heard him say that before. He said, I respect, Stunner, but I'm my own man. And
Because I'm thinking if a nigga look at it like from what Gangsta saying, like, believe it, better. I don't think he even would have had a say so or input on any of BG period if he respected Bird from the way you talking about.
You hear
Like
what
it's
Wack
anything.
say? You hear what Wack say?
No, I heard him say what Meena just said.
What he say?
that he got respect for him, but he his own man.
No, not that point. I was about to say before you cut me off about what Meena said. I said, you hear when Wack say that he had hollered at Bird and Bird knew about the paperwork and Bird knew about this here ahead of time and Bird stayed out of it. See, you ain't.
I
must be about to interview Wack
No, I'm just
next
saying,
or
I ain't
something.
see that. I'm saying, I ain't see that. I ain't see him telling you saying like, I know, bro, but nah, I'm doing this. That what you saying, Bird say? I know he did, but this is what I'm rocking with. That what you saying?
It's proof. I mean, when Wack went to going off on you, Bird ain't cut him off. Bird ain't back away from him.
So you did your own. What you seen about BG though?
Nothing.
That same whatever you showed.
Nothing.
Cause I ain't seen that.
You ain't see nothing. That's what I'm saying. I ain't see nothing.
The shit that you saying that BG that Wack told Bird, man,
Right now to
I ain't
this
see
day,
that.
right now to the day, that's why BG mad with Turk because when he said that Turk got on there
With
and
Wack.
agreed with Wack that he was snitched.
Right.
So one thing we know, when allegations like that and you a stand up tight dude, your man's gonna step and say, hey, yo, kill that man. Don't spray my people. One thing I know, ain't nobody can come say nothing to you about MEANA and vice versa.
You know what nigga gonna say? If Birdman, I'm just saying from the people who watch this part right there gonna say, man, you telling me Stunner said that about BG and he ain't look past that about his own blood brother? That's what people gonna say.
Yeah, a lot of people, you know why? Because first of all, people look at it, if you got the same father, we really, I don't care about that. You ain't come out of my mother womb. People go, you got that happen all the time. And once you become labeled a snitch, all the other stuff out the window.
Right.
All that other stuff out the window, bro. And another thing is this. I come home with my private part in my hand. Jizzle come home with talent.
Right.
Jizzle getting money. Look at everybody who dissed Birdman in the game. Everybody who dissed Stunner, he forgave them but one person. He ain't forget Turk.
What you saying? From what you saying? Because I ain't getting no money with Turk.
No,
About
it's
getting
not,
money with Turk.
It's not that I'm not getting money with Turk. I can't. Think about this. Jew still hold his own. Jizzle come home with some fight so he can get some money with him. Wayne, we know gonna get some money with. Turk was the only one that Bird didn't see where he could get money with. Turk was the weakest link out the Hot Boys.
So you saying that that's why he would turn a blind eye to certain people?
Yeah. But what I'm saying, let me make this clear. I'm not saying BG a rat or he ratted because we went through this already. What I'm saying is when Wack pushed it, because we was on Wack. What I'm saying, when Wack pushed that allegation, Stunner ain't step up, and Wack even say, yeah, Stunner knew about it. I talked to Stunner about it. Even much was a rumor that Stunner told him to do it.
Yeah, they did have a rumor.
There was a rumor online that Stunner told you, get it.
Because he didn't want to sign with
him, right.
Cash Money at the time. So that's why they was saying that you know.
Yeah, so that was that rumor.
Yeah.
No, we went through that. We covered that. But I was
I know
thinking
y'all
like you
covered
started
everything.
that room. I was thinking that.
No, see, that's a lot of stuff people think. I said no.
They thought he committed some murders he didn't commit.
Exactly. But the fact still remains is this. Wack, jump out there, bark, woo, woo, woo. And when people point fingers or bring paperwork on Wack, a little bit will come up and then it'll die down. So at one time, like I used to use 1090 Jake to do the paperwork. So now they done backed all 1090 Jake. Now 1090 Jake said, I ain't doing it no more. So now it's like, who I'll go to, guy, who I'll go to. Yeah, we know he do a little dirt, but we don't care about what he got on his name. I need him. I want him. But your knowledge, I just don't feel that Wack came at me because for me being a flawed dude, how many people around here?
No, I ain't say came at you for that reason solely that he just don't like you, but that was one thing that he stated. So I just pointed out one thing along with the thing that you was gonna state and a few other things. There's more. It could be more, but that's the one thing that I heard him speak on.
But I also heard Wack talk like now he don't have that same energy about me. Right after Birdman did the interview in Clubhouse, Wack he'll say yeah he told, but the respect is borderline like I ain't gonna get out the way with him. I'ma still say yeah he snitched, but he more calm. Look at his Vlad interview. Look at his interview when he bring my name come up.
You say he more calm with talking about you saying?
Yes, he don't have that. I beat you. Da, da, da. I went to where Wack work at to do an interview. Wack ain't pull up. I went to California by myself.
Probably ain't know you was there.
No, he knows his boss.
Adam ain't told him. Adam ain't told him.
Picture that.
You know Adam ain't told him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You believe that?
I doubt that.
Wack had to go to work that day. That day I did the podcast, I did that. He came that day, but he just
Yeah, I be
came
thinking
later.
that shit for the show. I know how it go. There's a lot of people
because you got some people that if it's really street stuff, they gonna catch you outside. And
No, I'm saying I seen a lot of people go to Adam that I know firsthand that he was saying he was gonna have problems with that they went. Like you wasn't the first or last. So that's how I know that shit don't be for real.
No. I disagree. That some of that stuff do be real. It's just that some people Wack will go at he when he see you balk back like, oh, I don't really want that work. Cause dudes don't just go. You just see the dude he interviewing. You don't see the dude crew. It be people be coming that deep around there.
Yeah, I would imagine
People
that.
come with they so first they go Wack might say, you know what? Before I mess up, a good thing we got going on Adam play by me going so far with my problem, I'm just gonna let it slide, see how it work out.
Right. So you try to get Woody on the podcast with you?
No, I talked with him though. I spoke with him on the phone, doing his trial. I spoke with him. Well, not doing his trial, doing a recess with him. I spoke with him on the phone, just talking to him. And the other day, I spoke to him then And you know, just how you doing stuff. We was supposed to get together. I went to Atlanta, but
It's never jammed up.
If from what you've been through, that's why it's more easier for you to be like, you ain't looking at people how you would look at them before you went to jail, because there's a lot of people that you wouldn't fuck with before you had your situation, right? Like Woody and a few other people, you wouldn't deal with them people. So your situation got you dealing with them people.
That was a good question.
so let me ask you this. I'm gonna answer this question with this question.
That nigga always questioning with questions.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
That was a good question, though.
No, because I'm about to ask him this. Because when you asked me that question, was you saying it like you know that I would have did, or you just saying like?
No, I just asked you.
That's what I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I just asked you. I'm gonna answer before I answer the question.
No, I don't know. I don't have no preference.
But let me just say this here. It's a known fact that it was a dude that told that he started running Philip and Clara, and I was aware that he told, and I still deal with him. I knew him
Before jail. This is before you went to jail.
Yeah, when I was out committing my crimes, violence and all that, it was a rumor. Yeah, you know, he snitched on such da da da. All right, plenty of us, all killers, was still getting heroin from him. Still, yeah.
Why though? Just why? Just why?
Cause that just was. I felt he didn't
He,
tell
he
on
wouldn't.
me.
Do, he wouldn't do. You just felt like he wouldn't do that to you, regardless if he ratted on somebody
No.
else. He wouldn't rat on you.
It wasn't that I feel like he wouldn't rat on me, because I know once you tell on him, you'll do it to me too to get yourself out the situation. But I was just on the fact that
You didn't
that's their
rat on me.
business. Yeah, you ain't rat on me. That's y'all business. Let me get this work. Let me do what I do. Then I was young and wild. I ain't care.
That sounded like the rules was getting bent.
It always been like that. The rules always been from the beginning. That's why I tell people. From
That's
the
why he
beginning
said
to-
it's fake.
Yeah,
You
because
been not buying them way
No,
before the
listen,
rat and shit.
It's not fake. It's just that people gonna make these rules, because you got some dudes who come in there with the real good intentions that this is the rules. This is what we gonna stand on. So you might have a room full of us saying this is what we stand on. This is what's going on. But then you gonna have some people gonna come in. Okay, this is what it is. This is what we stand on. But man, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
We gotta stop. We gotta stop doing this, bro. Just to have a conversation and make shit right. Cause a nigga go back and forth when niggas do that, and I hate when niggas do that, bro. If a nigga tell you, bro, man, niggas don't hit the lottery, bro. I don't want to go back and forth with you saying niggas hit the lottery. When I'm thinking you should give me credit to know, bro, niggas hit the lottery. But what's the chances of nigga hitting the lottery, bro? It's real slim. But we have a conversation back and forth. No, man, my people, you ain't saw the news. The old lady hit the lottery. I know that, my nigga. And that's what we be doing. No, man, it's this way. Nah, man, it's that. Nah, nigga, it's just this way, bro.
Yes, I just totally disagree with what you just said. Because first of all,
That's what you was going off for. You saying the rules. Meaning say the rules been bent. They been bent.
If we go by what he just said, then it would be no dialogue. It would be no conversation.
How? But I'm saying
You
this.
just said we got to stop doing it. This is what you just said.
Because we having conversations for no reason. Why
No,
you
we
gotta
not.
go back and forth and tell me no, bro? Somebody hit the lottery when I know somebody hit the lottery, my nigga.
But you just said
Because it's what niggas talking. Niggas be talking about the majority when niggas talk like that.
Yes.
The majority.
Yes.
It been fucked up, my nigga. You talking about
Yes.
one nigga did it. Nah, you talking about one nigga did it, bro. It's way more niggas that fucking rat than keep it real. And you saying just because one nigga kept it real, we shouldn't think like that. Nah, fuck no.
Okay, that's your thought, but you not gonna
Yeah,
change
that's my thought. I'm saying you can't change
But
my thoughts. You talking about
I don't
nah?
want to change your thought. You just went off just now and said
Because you
that
was
we gotta
doing,
stop
because you
this.
doing that. And that's not right. You
No,
can't do that.
can't, but you can't
But-
tell me how to
But
think.
we
how my
do,
thought.
but we do understand that they do have people like, even though you're saying that it's few and in between, it wouldn't be a conversation if we didn't speak for that percentage of people that do stand on that, because they got somebody that's watching that saying, "I'm that kind." The code is real
Facts.
to me.
And that mean that when I say that mean that you think I don't know that people hit the lottery. That's all that mean. You saying that I don't know that people hit the lottery. For you to break down and say, no, they got a nigga watching saying, no, man, that old lady hit the lottery. What guys talking about? That mean you think I don't know that. For you to have some dialogue like that, that mean you thinking I don't know nobody in this world ever hit the lottery. I'm just saying motherfuckers don't hit the lottery like that, bro. That's all. Because it's a big percentage of niggas who pay their money every night and wake up in the morning and they don't fucking hit it. There's way more people like that than hit
The
it.
analogy you
Than hit
using
it.
is different from what we talking about right now. Because here's the thing, guys. Because like you want us to forfeit people like you, how you say to yours, you said your own mouth earlier. Man, even I got to admit, I just couldn't do that.
Now
I
it's
ain't
just that
strong.
y'all use one little piece or one little person and
That's
try to
how-
make a big deal out of it when you know the opposite
Bruh.
side of it, bro. It's way more people. I don't understand people do that.
It's like you speak for the majority and we speak for the other side of that. Like that's the balance in it regardless. Like that's what make it 100. Even
That's
if
why
it's
you
5%.
Democrats and
95% could be
Republicans.
what you talking about, but 5% of what we saying is still bringing it as a whole. It'd be like, well, some people do it. And some people fall in that category of being that person. I'm one of the people that wouldn't do that. So when we speaking and talking and when we having dialogue, we should speak for everybody, not just one side. Even if that's the majority. You see what I'm saying? That's it. That's the, you know, I'm a mediator right now, you know.
I like how you broke that down. You see how you said
Cause I'm just listening, bro.
Nah,
I'm
it's
just
just
listening.
making sense.
Shit ain't making sense.
So
and
then-
I don't want to go back and forth about
not?
it not making sense.
Here's the
That's
thing.
what y'all doing. I don't want to go back and forth about it not making
Yeah.
sense.
Know what it look like to you right now? Like you're in a tunnel vision.
No.
Of this. Let me show you why. Because it's like, you want me to have your mindset to be like, you know what? These street rules is not real, Gas. You right. Well, in my mind, I'm like, okay, the street rules are real. It's just the people who plan the rules not playing it. How it
If
was
the
set,
person who
the
playing the
4-4
rules, that
Bro.
don't make sense.
Okay, that to you exactly. That's why I say because you're in the tunnel vision. When you got the Constitution,
Everybody playing the game don't look at it real, but it's real. Everybody who played this why is real? If everybody who said it's real, everybody playing it not real. I don't understand that part.
But it's not everybody that playing it that's not real. It's just a select, even if it's more, it's just people that's like, I break the rules, I don't even worry about that. Then they got some people that stand on that law as it. Because when the law come out or we say this is the rule that we're going to live by, some people like honor that shit. This is how I rock,
Man,
regardless.
Bro, we started talking about this because Gangsta said the nigga didn't rat on him. That what we saying,
And
bro.
I said he bit. So I said
That's exactly. You said the nigga bent the rules, and I said nigga been doing that.
Right.
Why you was fucking with him? Cause he ain't ratted on me. Nigga, I rat, bro. If it was real, bro, you wouldn't fuck with him. You wouldn't never say he ain't rat on me. If you was real with it, why you saying that?
No,
you could
said
still
if
deal
I
with
was
him.
real
Because at one
Why
time
you still dealing with him if you a rat and you stand on business?
At one time you said you was about to get a tattoo.
all rat must die.
All rats must die. So it's like,
It was real then. That's what I'm telling him. So now he come back saying it ain't real.
when he's saying that if
So
you,
it's real, but the people
No,
who ran it not
I know what you about to
bro.
say. Say that what you about to say.
because you saying that you dealt with a person that was a rat, but on one side you saying all rats must die, like I don't fuck with them, and you was like I made the rule before I even broke it. I stood on it a certain kind of way. But in the mix of our conversation, you saying you knew a dude that ratted that you
This
still
was years
dealt
later
with.
though.
What?
You mixing different stories. The tattoo, I was young. This is in '94 when I was in the Paris.
Okay.
So now with the situation with the dude I'm talking about, this is in '96 when they wound up getting caught up on a Fibber and Claro beef.
Right.
But so what I'm showing you is this, how it is helping what you just said, prime example. When I was like, couldn't stand rats, hated them when I wanted that tattoo, I was standing on this is what I was standing on.
Right.
So this is real.
Yeah, for that moment. Yeah, at that moment, at that time.
So now with me feeling like I'm the one that's out here pushing this narrative, doing this and this, so it's just like the law. They make the law, break the law. The law is real, but when that police pull you over with that open container, he might say, you know what, I'm going to give you a warning.
He been in it right
Yeah,
now.
I'm going to give you a warning, but this is law. This is law.
still a law, though.
It's still real, but you know what, go ahead, I'm feeling good today.
That was a good example.
That's what I do.
I think that was a damn good example.
Yeah, and it's a lot of shit. Now we could move on to something.
That was
We can
good.
move.
That was a good
Now, that was a
example,
good example, but this is a little leaky. It just
give me my
was a
pride,
little
bro.
leaky, bro. Cause I could have said buku shit, bro, and come up with something else, bro, to justify what I'm saying.
Right.
I could do that
how you-
easy.
hold on,
That's
watch
good
this
lawyers.
I could
Listen,
do that easy. At the end of the day, through all the shit that we talk about, I'm standing on the game not real. You standing on is real,
No,
and
I
that's
said the
cool.
game not real. I'm going to stand on the game ain't real.
And that's cool. That's why I'm just gonna stay on that side.
I'm with you, the game ain't real.
Nah, you say whatever you say. You say whatever you say.
I'm saying the game ain't real. What you saying?
You say it's not real?
Yeah.
Well, I'm confused on that because at one time you say it is real.
Well, he just asking you. Not based on what we said.
What I feel like the law is real and people just tend to break it.
1% that's in the feds
Facts.
is one that
I know it's out.
that's stated on it, and then you got a lot of dudes that got elbows. That's real dudes that sling that knife that can fight good. Be like, man, I wish I that as the big. This is what I learned. When you're in the penitentiary, when you're around killers with 11 and 12 life sentences, you're gonna feed off that. So you're gonna go hard, and you're gonna act accordingly. But when you go to a yard where they accepted snitches. Dudes like a dude might have a life sentence. He go back to court. He come back. Man, what happened? Man, I got a release date, bro. I go home in 2 years. What? With the drug program, it'll be 1 year, and then I get halfway out. Boy, I'm out of there after I do these 9 months. So dude mindset start changing. They go to look at that like, well, man, he pulled it up. Let me see. And then you show it to them in black and white. Now they start weavering a little bit. Not all of them, but I've seen a lot of them fold and crack once they seen. It depends on what yard you on. Because like I said, if you're on a yard with a bunch of killers, then you're going to maintain that, okay, I'm gonna stay firm and go hard because you feeding off each other energy. But when they drop you down to that medium, where these dudes telling and going home and getting their sentence reduced, your mind start changing a little bit. And like I said, it's not everybody, but majority of them do.
With that being said, is the code real? Like, meaning like that code that you felt like you created or stood on, or, you know what I'm saying, you never gonna break it. Is it real, like, when it come down to the reality of the way that you chose to make the move to come home? Is the code real? The
code is real, but it's just the people these days feel like I'm gonna respect it if I want to respect it, or I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Right.
And cause like my motto was at one time, you tough, I'm tough, we gonna see who's the toughest. So with that being said, I'm like, okay, I'm a killer. What you gonna sit and hit? Well, that's work, you know. But then sometimes I go to think like, man, if I came home the honorable way, I would be treated like this. But then sometimes I say, well, if I came home the honorable way, I'd still be a flunky. I'd be running behind certain millionaires, and I'd be holding doors, holding bags, you know.
You had an honorable way to come home?
Yeah.
What way that was?
Stay myself in jail and wait till like the laws and certain stuff. Because you see, there's a lot of people now. Prime example, these dudes from New York, they just released them. King Tut, life sentence. Supreme Team nephew, Prince, life sentence. Mm-hmm. So it's people that's getting released, but it's just that it's easy for me to tell you, bro, have patience, bro, you're gonna be all right. But when it comes to me, I don't have patience.
Yeah, especially being in there that long.
I try to work on it, but I don't have. But like I say, man, I take my lick. You know, at the end of the day, because I know I violated, but I'm happy I made this choice. Cause I got a chance to see what's going on this side of the streets. That's where I want to stay at.
Right. And I hear that, but I know you say like the code, bro, is real, but I would expect that coming from a person who didn't cross over on this side. It's like you really living proof to let a nigga know the code not real, to be honest, because you was a nigga that stood on that. You was a nigga saying it was real. You was a nigga that made know you hated snitches. You know what I'm saying? That was the era you grew up. Snitches get stitches. You know what I'm saying? Like you hate you, so you know what's up with that. And then you took this route. So I would think that you would be a person that say it ain't real, just not the people, not the code, whatever the street just admit. That's what I would expect you to say, because you was really living like that, you was stepping like that, and you couldn't do no more, bro, and you gave out. You gave in.
But guys, let me show you something. Next time, text me what you want me to say. Text my phone and I'll read it, right? But what I'm telling you is this, brother. You got that look like I'm serious, bro.
No, go ahead.
So my thing is this, guys. This is my thing.
That's stupid.
People would expect me to say, oh, it's a myth, it's not real, because I was really in the streets. So I'm not going to just disrespect it like that because I violated. Because you got people that came before me that taught me the game. Black and Mold, Leslie Duplessis, Levi, I ran with Toto, everybody, I ran with some of the best. So, and I know them men will be disappointed. So that's why I can't say, nah, it's a myth or this water. No, it's just that I just chose, because I was like, okay, I was really in the streets. I played it like this. I'm the trigger man, so what you gonna do, sit and hit at me? Don't come for me? Like I always tell people, I don't want no problem, but if a fire start, I will put it out.
Right.
I'm the one that used to work. So you think what Dr. Dre say, you think I sold them all?
Right.
But at the end of the day, bro, nah, for real. Because I don't want to disrespect dudes that's still in the streets, dudes that's playing to win, dudes that's feeding their family. I don't want to disrespect them dudes. But this is the choice I made. And like I say, bro, it's a lot of beautiful women out here. There's a lot of beautiful things going on out here. And this, I don't never want to go back to jail.
Let me ask this question. You feel like prison preserve you?
Of course.
Because you think if you would have still been on the street, that
either I'd be dead or a lot of more people be dead. Yeah, of course. Then look at me. But look how handsome I look, man. You got some boys today, 20, look a hot mess.
right?
I'm like, come on, bro. I'm a handsome man, bro.
Hey, for a person who watching the podcast who gonna see this, man, they have their own vision and own imagination of a day in the federal penitentiary. So you take us to a walk through the phase from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep.
In the penitentiary, soon as the doors pop, your cellmate is up. He's gonna put his shoes on. He's gonna step outside the cell. You gonna get yourself together. Once you get together, he gonna step out, and then you step in and get yourself together. You up all day because a wall could jump off in a minute. Now you might have a homie sometimes, man, I'm gonna go take a nap right quick, hold me down. But for the most part, you up all day until them doors lock down. Sometimes you might have 2 or 3 homies, and you might just come to the prison. You might be on shower duty where you got to stand outside the shower while your homie shower. You got to hold them down. You might not want to do it, but you're gonna do it to get off that compound.
And it's like that every day of your time.
Yeah, while you there. And don't let, this is the crazy part, say we're in Pollock. Some Mexican kills black or black kill a Mexican in Leavenworth or in Beaumont. It's going to domino effect. So now they're going to either lock everybody down, all the pins down, or you're going to have to be on point now because they're going to send word, all the blacks, get the blacks. So any day now, these Mexicans going to be plotting to attack the blacks.
Right.
So in a penitentiary, it's like this. You don't know if you're going to make it out. You don't know if they're going to run your time up. You don't know what's going to happen. I've seen guys go from about to go home to getting killed, about to go home to run their time up. So you don't know in that penitentiary, man. It's a dangerous environment. I've seen homeboys, they're tricky too. You come on the compound, get your big old care package, all kind of zuzus and wham-whams, and they're going to say, gas, don't touch this bag if you snitched. So now in your mind, you like, these a bunch of killers. Man, if you don't touch that bag, you're like, I'm good. They're going to know you snitched.
Right.
So you got to touch the bag, and then they're going to ask you where your paperwork. Oh, you got 30 days to get it. So now in the midst of these 30 days, because you know you dirty, so now you might gamble, might run up a little bill, do the little stuff, and then like 2 weeks, you're going to wait on check and go knock on that, hey, you know how y'all know I can't live here. Go in onto the hold and get shipped. That's the games people play.
The realest are the realest. You done seen it.
Yeah, man.
Get me out of here.
Yeah, go press that clown. Hey, I got to go. What do you tell it to? I got to get up out of here. Yes. And I've seen dudes do this. They be in a little, we got parish, they got county. So they might be in the county jail with their homeboys. The homeboy have a chance to tell on it. He don't tell, but he tell on somebody else. And because he don't tell on this case, he come to the yard, he go right back to the case manager. Hey, this is my homie, look, change his paper, put his name on my paperwork so he can walk the yard. I done seen all kind of dirty
Right.
Man, they play all kind of games in that prison,
I was laughing about that because I heard some close people to me
listen,
did some shit like that, so I know you ain't lying.
And then you got some dudes that will look at, like, your name and number gonna be on your shirt. So some dudes be at the computer and just bored, man, see your name or your number.
Check him out.
See if you testified or see your name. Oh, your name popped up. Paperwork party. Meet to the rec yard. Yeah, but that stuff get dangerous, bro.
How like real dudes coming like from off the street. This is somebody like yourself. But when you go there, you regular? Because I know I heard you saying like Meech came there, he was ranked like over the cuff. So who determined that when you coming from the street on some gangster shit?
See, Meech was a different situation because BMF. So it wasn't like, take Bloods, right? Say for instance, Master P already on yard, a big Blood. Birdman pull up. Birdman can't run the yard. You not gonna run because there's already a Blood running this yard. So you're gonna fall in line. Now, you might try to find a way to overpower him eventually, but for the most part, if he got the homies eating right, moving right, everything, they're gonna be loyal to him. And if he smell any kind of moves you trying to gain power, he gonna send them hitters at you. Just get you off the yard. They play all kind of crackhead games in the Fed, bro. Like, we could be kicking it. If I see, like, me and him from uptown, so you from across the river, we might be cool with you. But if somebody from across the river pull up and I get it too with him, you gonna go with your homie because he from across the river. Y'all grew up together.
But we still all in the Louisiana.
Yeah, we still in the Louisiana call. Yeah, but your favorites is gonna be more to him because you and him grew up together.
Right. See, I know. Like, I thought everybody in that car, no problems. We just always together.
Right. So that's why sometime when you come to the yard, a homeboy won't give you a knife because they always say, every homie not a homie. And that same knife I give you, I'm like, gas. Say like I'm doing y'all podcast right now. We get locked up tomorrow, and we on the yard, I might not give you a night because it might be a bunch of dudes from across the river on this compound. If I get into it with them and they don't got a night, you might give them that night to stab me.
Right.
That same night can wind up in you. So you got homies who don't like to give certain homies knives.
Right. Since you said Master P, that's a segue to KLC on the podcast saying that, because you were saying that was cap about P giving everybody the 200 and the gun in the. And people was like, man, nigga Giggity gonna say people like Skullduggery, Gambino family. Like, I don't think he was talking about niggas like that. But
hold on.
That's still no limit.
He said everybody.
There you go.
He
He said so that's why I was like, and I was bored one night. That's why I was entertaining the people in y'all comments, right? But when and shout out to KLC, I love him, but that was cap because my partner Lil Reginelli from the Gambino family didn't have a house.
Right.
What P did was P took the artists from New Orleans and brought them to Baton Rouge in their little subdivision. P didn't get them boys no house, no 200.
Facts.
Say it again.
So the subdivision brought the dudes. Not for real, because the reason why I know, because my little dog.
Say it again.
Because my little partner, Reginelli from the Gambino family, used to come down, get my little son, because I used to take care of him. So he returned the favor, took care of my son while I was in jail. And here's another thing. P ended up making money. What in the world P look like giving every artist a house, $200,000 now, you ain't drop an album yet. Now he playing catch up, man. Press the thing, stop the cap.
Stop the cap.
Man, please. Come on, man. Now let's be realistic, bro. Anybody who into the music, they into making money, not giving it away.
Right.
So if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That's 1.2 million I gotta get back. You ain't dropping album yet. He ain't dropping. Now his album hot. He about to come next. Y'all just.
That's what I was explaining to Gas. I was saying I think it was for more the elite
The big
artists
dog, right.
that's already kind of proven to, he it's a guarantee that he gonna get this back directly. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I allow KL to speak his piece. You know what I'm saying? But when we did the recap on, I said, that's partially true, but I don't believe every artist got that amount of money
Every
like out the
artist
gate.
didn't,
Because I
bro.
did know some artists as well, Reggie being one of them, that didn't, receive that type of treatment, from No Limit.
And see, a lot of people think I hate P. I don't hate P. I look up to P. I respect P because P come from where I come from. P a hustler. P showed us how to go get money. But when P cap it, I'm going to call him on it because I have a voice. And I got a right to speak on it. And I know people that was signing on it that didn't get that treatment.
What was P actual real problem with you overall? Because he said they had the thing about him
Slapping me?
well, slapping you, meeting with you, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just that whole nine. But where that stemmed from, like directly? Because you was with a whole nother camp. You know what I'm saying? Totally opposite from him.
Okay, what happened was I was supposed to play in that movie P had, that Bowdy movie. A week before the movie came out, I got into it with these people. So we fell out. So the rumor was that I stepped on his cousin. So it started from P had 15,000, 30,000, 100,000. P want to sit down and meet. And I was like, nah, I ain't going to sit down and meet with him because he too powerful. He got police.
100,000 to sit down and meet?
No, 100,000 was on my head.
Oh.
Allegedly. So it just was the rumor because P, the reason why I talk about this because P talk about it in the Fed magazine. It's a Fed magazine where he say they were saying Gangsta killed my cousin Randall and couldn't find out he ain't had nothing to do with it. But P capped about this. He said me and him met up in the park. He said I didn't know him and he didn't know me. I'm like, I know who P was. Stop it, P. Because I told his cousin to cut my hair. I said, you tell P if I catch him down here, we're going to hold court. I'm trying to see him. So he wanted to talk because he was like, man, I got family. Everybody made that song. I got family. Mac, no, the same, but no, you came on behind your family without somebody saying he got a hit out on this, a hit out on that. So by P addressing it, that's why I address it. But that wasn't true. I had nothing to do with his cousin, but that's where it come from. And then he started screaming, Hot Boy Jimmy, his cousin, and Jimmy come from around the
Rest in
nowhere.
peace of Jimmy.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I be telling people, I'm like, man, P be playing dudes who blood, sweat, and tears behind this Hot Boy stuff, and you just saying your cousin. This why I tell people, P be capping about that. P shout out everybody in all his songs. He loved Jimmy. And about it, he said, rest in peace to my Jimmy. Jimmy, body. Round about, he's called everybody's name. He never say Hot Boy Jimmy.
Jimmy wasn't there yet, though.
No, but I'm talking about he never addressed him as Hot Boy Jimmy.
Right.
he always dressed him as Jimmy. He started dressing him as Hot Boy Jimmy once the Cash Money started the Hot Boy group and all that when he made that movie and all that. But if you go listen to all P songs, he never addressed Jimmy when Jimmy was alive as Hot Boy Jimmy.
Right.
Do your homework.
What you not doing, because you don't do no drugs, you never did no drugs, you don't drink as well?
No.
Where your appetite, because I want to get out of the prison, like, whole state. I want to go back to, like, how gangster became gangster. You know what I'm saying? Where did your appetite for murder come in with not being intoxicated or, because a lot of people got to get on some type of drug sometime to really go with the move. And for you to be in your sober mind and committing some of the acts that you committed, where did that type of appetite come from for murder like that? The excitement to do it.
My environment. Because I looked up to Blackie Boo.
Right.
I remember when I went in the 80s, Blackie Boo had a little beef going on. It was me, his little brother Roy, my all us was standing there, and I was looking in his mouth. And he said, "Little boy, y'all go stand up, get out of our mouth." But we walked over, but I still was looking because I know Blackie Boo was big, he could fight. Mm-hmm. And these dudes in front of his door, they were trying to talk about squashing some beef. So I'm checking them out. When I moved to the Cali, that's when I first started seeing violence. So I've always had a taste for that. I always wanted that because I knew, I was small, but I always know people feared the one who had the gun, the one who was crazy enough to shoot you or stab you or hit you with a stick or something. So I always just had the appetite, and just so happened, I happened to be around certain people that was in the streets that, and I always tell people this, I never had a person to teach me, if you do this, you're going to jail. Everybody I hung around, looked up to, taught me how to be bad, taught me how to get away with stuff, taught me how to do wrong. So growing up, that's all I wanted to do. And once I got a taste of, they're gonna let T, respect, people a little scared of me, I just wanted that it was, then I ain't gonna lie, once I got into that Calio project, I was like, man, what I done got myself into? It's like a wake-up call, but it was too late. I was already in the midst of the wall. Right. But I was like, man, whoa, I gotta go now. You know what I'm saying? But I always just had that thirst for it.
See, you was a lot different than me in the streets. And I've told this to Gas a few times. I'm like, your name would be ringing, it'd be hot in the street. I see you on the scene, pulling up here, popping out there. I'm like, damn, it just said Gangsta pull off this act, but he had this DJ, or he done pulled up here. Some dudes will commit those type of acts, go hide off somewhere. Mm-hmm. You used to always be on the scene, and it's kind of like strange to me to be like, I wasn't on no drug, because I always thought like, you gotta be loaded. That's what I was thinking as a younger girl. I'm like, this nigga gotta be crazy. His name is hot as a motherfucker. He just jump up and he pop back out at the DJ and he round here. So I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just wondering, like, the mindset of you to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like to be able to be that brave. Because it take a certain type of bravery to commit some of the acts that you committed and still be on the scene, not really ducking all from it. You know what I'm saying? And I was just wondering, like, where that come from with you. What gave you that type of bravery to pull off those acts and still appear where you was appearing at?
Because in my sick mind, I always thought I was tough. Like I was just telling him, because I wanted to go film around the Magnolia while I was out here to show that I always thought people were so scared of me that I would never get shot in my project. And each time I got shot on 3 different occasions, 91, 94, 96, and it was in a Magnolia project. For real, I always thought people were that scared of me. And
it was people from the Magnolia?
No, it was outside, but two of the one was a crackhead. We tried to ride him out his gun. I had broke out of juvenile jail. He shot my foot. But the 94 shooting and the 96 shooting, nobody did like the Taliban. Nobody owned up to that shooting. To this day, nobody said, I'm the one shot gangster. Nobody never took that charge. Or even nobody never whispered about it. I started giving people charges who I felt, yeah, he could have did it, or he did it, or he did it. I started doing that. But nobody never came out their mouth or told on their homie, I'm the one shot gangster.
Right. Do it bother you like that you home right now and it's people that rock with you, but they don't want to rock with you publicly? That bothers you? Or do you even have people like that?
Yeah, there's people like that. It don't bother me. What I look at is it should show you less than a man. Because if you want to holler at me behind closed doors or you want to say certain stuff to me but you don't want the world to know, then that shows a lot about your character. So if you want to let that right, cool. I ain't gonna say that I ain't tripping because I've been through the streets. At this point, I don't care about being viewed in the street no more. I violated that code. You can have that. That's over. I forfeit that. But now I'm a civilian. So my thing is, and I understand, but this I don't like. People still hold me to the street code. I've denounced the streets. I've been told give up the name gangster. I got civilian. But every time they associate me with the streets, every time I say, hey man, I don't live the street anymore. Nah, but you was this, you did this, you killed the. And then you know what crazy? This the thing that killed me with people. Everything he did is not involved since he ratted. So I be like, people
How you feel about that part?
I'm about to say it now. People are parrots. Because if you think about it, so you tell them if I went and crushed all these people, 10 people on this block, because I went and told that's not involved, that don't count them on the game, well, go tell these people that. Go tell their brothers, uncles, cousins who trying to get something, get back. Well, bro, don't get them back now because he told us, so that don't count no more.
Right.
People say some dumb stuff out their mouth, but I be like, okay, cool, but, you know, just think about what you're saying. Everything you did is not involved, it don't count no more. Well, why people trying to get back? Why are people still trying to get some get back for their family members? If it's not involved, it don't count no more. Why are we still talking about that?
Do that be a conversation with that person who doing that? Like the person who trying to fuck with you, but not trying to fuck with you publicly. Like that been a conversation that you have with them people?
No, because I already in my mind, I deal with people that have a same mindset, and it's like, bro, I like y'all, want to rock with Brown. I be all right, cool. I ain't tripping up you. What that? Oh, at least your secret safe with me. You know, I ain't, because I'm like, if you can live with that, right, cool. I don't have nothing to prove them. I did when I was in the streets. I played the streets to the best of my ability. Now I'm out the streets. I'm gonna play this to the best of my ability.
Right.
And you know, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I know, and what keep me going because I know for a fact that it's a handful of people in New Orleans that hate me. Can't stand me. I can't stand me, and they be like, man, I can't wait for him to shit. I can't wait. Them 5 minutes is too long.
Right.
I know it's gonna be people gonna be in y'all comment, gonna be calling y'all phone. Y'all sit down with that rat. Y'all hung out there. Y'all making money. So at the end of the day, this not like I ain't say MEANA or gas. Y'all got who got the pounds of perk, who got the kilos of coke, and then soon we walk up out here, they run out on y'all.
Right.
But y'all ain't pat me down when we come in here. But anyway, I tell you this here, bro. So
Like damn, huh?
y'all run a business, so if this is a real dude platform, then my bad. But at the end of the day, I know it's a lot of people who don't like me. They're gonna watch this show, but they're gonna do their little thing. They're gonna call you, boy, y'all down bad, but they not looking at y'all making money.
Is it some people that the world would say like, wow, I never knew he would have been talking to him behind the scenes? Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, I talked to Obama. I'm telling, bro. I'm a business.
Obama on a lot of podcasts. So
Trump too. I'm the
people.
people champ, bro. Listen, let me tell you something. You gotta understand this here, bro. I'm a likable person, first of all. The people upset, people don't hate me. They just upset with me because I violated.
Right.
And they always find somebody else to look up to. I don't want you to look up to me. Find somebody else. As a matter of fact, I ain't asked nobody to look up to me anyway. I was just out in the street doing my job when I was in the streets.
If it don't bother you, if you want to talk about it or not, it's on you. But if it don't bother you or not, why you did that to Booby? If it don't bother you that people don't want to fuck with you in public and you like, damn, if I told I'm gonna find a way to say woo. Is it because he don't fuck with you? You know that was your day one. I know that shit gotta kind of bother you, bro.
No, it bother me. Did I tell you to text me when you want me to say something?
No, I'm talking about from what you just said.
You said it about
yeah.
No, I just said it don't bother. But he said he had the kind of. I said, I was wrong for that.
Yeah, you was wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
Being wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
So being wrong don't bother you? Being wrong don't bother you?
No, because you can always say, you know, say if I might walk and step on your shoe or maybe they bump you, oh my bad. I ain't really care. My bad is just because I don't want you to get crazy and swing on me and nothing. My bad.
Right.
Prime example. You know, we used to be in a club back then. You might see a girl grab her butt, she cuss you out to slap you. I know how your butt feel now. You done slap me, you done cuss me out, but I know how that feel.
Right.
Now I ain't gonna do it no more, but I know how I feel now.
Right.
So that's what I mean. So if I maybe mistaken touch your M line, and you say
don't mess that up.
right. So I'm a man. My bad.
The Magnolia, man. Can't mess the man M line.
Good fact. That's the homie. So I wonder if I can wear that. They might, don't let that rat wear your clothes. But I'm the people champ. People gonna watch me. I wear that. I'm gonna blow that up. They gonna be you did. Anyway.
You try to get your lace in there.
You didn't want me with that. But anyway, you waited till the store was closed. So check. You and me the trick me. Y'all brought me to the French squad. As soon as the store was closed. Well, y'all had me meet me there. And he tricked me with the beignets. And soon as the store closed, we couldn't get you done, bro. All right, don't worry. So anyway, like I said, I was wrong for doing booby like that. But I had a mindset. My thing was me against them. You know what I'm saying? And me and Boo, we ran together. But at the end of the day, I also show him like, bro, the stuff y'all think, y'all running stuff, I got power too now. You know what I'm saying? But, and I sit back sometimes and be like, y'all, I should have done the homie that. But damage been done.
You got big dogs that even with you being home that you like that can call a shot on you, not a shot, but like call you and be like, you know, gang, giggity, chill out with that you respect that you wouldn't do.
Yeah.
Right. So a reason why I'm asking is because, you know, we did the first podcast with you, like when you first come home. And on that podcast, you kind of spoke some things like, you know what I'm saying, you know, about different people accordingly. And after that, you know, you went on major platforms and then you just didn't speak the same way about those people. Was that for a reason? I'm just saying,
bro.
but was that for a reason? That's why I asked you, do you have any big dogs that you respect that could kind of tell you like, gangsta, you know what I'm saying? I know you're a man, I know you're a real man about how you feel about things, but some shit, you know, we just not gonna, you know, we're not gonna do it on internet like type time. And I just noticed throughout the rest of your podcast is like from that point, you never spoke from that perspective about particular people in that manner. Was that a call or was that just more like you understanding the internet and being like, somewhat like how you feel about Booby, about I shouldn't have did that, like, you know what I'm saying, type thing. Did you feel like that about, you know?
Where you going with that? Just say some names.
I don't want to say no names.
Why you not? Because you confused me. Say
No, I'm just saying, okay, we can speak names like, you know what I'm saying, you spoke some things. You spoke about how, you know what I'm saying, in a manner to a way where, you know what I'm saying, I just never heard you speak like that on no other podcast about them. And was that maybe because you was just new to the podcast world or to the internet, you know what I'm saying, or somebody told you some things? I just want to know what made you didn't go on the bigger platforms and speak that same type of tone, you know?
Well, for one, when I go to the bigger platform, they be so busy want to know how you got out of jail, what's going on. Did you just tell them the day to get out of jail? So that story running so long, so they don't worry about how to pee on. So they don't worry about the hot, you know, but I did get a call saying, stop disrespecting hot. There is a big dog, Slim. Slim call, little bro, all right, cool, say the more. But not just Slim. If you call and say, look, hey, check this out, it's searched up, blah, blah, blah. It don't have to be a big dog.
Right, just somebody you respect.
Right.
Somebody you respect.
Or even if I don't respect it, somebody that he telling me something that's like, bro, look, you said this, or I kind of don't like, I'm going to look into it, but like, you know, because I'm human. All right, you know what, bro, my bad. Prime example, like Johnny Boo.
Mm-hmm.
It was some stuff with Longer Black and blah, 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 happened up there. I put the video up, boo. But Johnny Boo said, man, that wasn't right. Man, take that, you know, man, look, take that down, bro, because my old lady feels some type of way. I waited a day to get the church number. All right, I took it down. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just about who I respect. It's if it was right or wrong. If I look at it, like, yeah, he right. I'm not going to just lose an ally or somebody that I might call to ask about something behind a video.
Right.
You right, man, my bad. I apologize. I just took it down.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, you told MEANA to say names, and you was emphasizing it like you really want to say names. And
Nah, I don't want to say that with you.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I changed my mind. I changed my mind.
So, I'm hitting you with that same sword. You know what I'm saying? Sword.
Whoa.
So, say names about the people who you say, man, be a wild factor if we found out you talk to them behind the scenes.
You know I'm a lie. I'm a cap, so don't even try. Hey, boy. Wow. Say, listen. I got a feeling where you trying to go. No.
I'm just
telling you no.
I'm freestyling.
All right.
But I got another. What, you about to answer that?
Well, go ahead. What you about to
Oh
say?
no, I thought you about to. She wasn't finished.
Go ahead.
You was,
Go ahead, brother.
Hey, nah, real shit though. This very important for people. Well, first I want to ask you why you turned Muslim in the feds.
I didn't turn Muslim in the Fed. In 1995, when I was in the parish, you know what? Back in the day, you know when people used to get their jaw broke when they used to put the little iron piece of that plastic like a little cell phone.
Right.
It was a guy that had that in Temperman. And I remember him giving me shahada. I remember praying with him. But when I went to do my state bid, 95, 96, I went to Juma one time, but nobody wasn't greeting, didn't give me a Quran. When I went home, a guy in the Nation of Islam coming to pray, we jumped up and ran from him. So then one day he banged on my door. I come out, black man, let me talk to you. So we started talking. He brought me to the Milestone Diamond. So from 96, 97, I used to go to the Milestone Diamond in the east, whatever that is, so with the Nation of Islam though, because I didn't know the difference. And when I went to the Fed, my homie named Grant after that, well, he's deceased now. He was the minister. So quite naturally, all right, I know about the nation from the streets.
And that wasn't the NOI he was in.
Yeah, he was at NOI, yeah. Nation of Islam, yeah, Fruit of Islam. FOI, NOI. So by him being a minister and by me already going to the Nation of Islam on the street, I just said, okay, that the homie, he from New Orleans, he the minister, I'm going over here. I didn't know, what was the difference, but I didn't do that when I went to the Feds.
Well, so the Muslim that you is today is not the NOI.
No.
So what is the difference? Like
the NOI believe that God appeared in who they call Master Farad Muhammad, or some believe that Elijah Muhammad was the messenger. They don't believe in the hellfire.
Right. So in the Feds, do people turn Muslim for safety? Right.
This is the thing. I don't supposed to say that because this what happens. Say this mic real scary, and the Muslims we stick together, right? So you see this mic then ratted, he's scared, but now he with the Muslims. So quite natural. You say, man, he turned Muslim because he's scared for protection.
Right.
But in religion, we are taught that if I didn't cut his chest open and examine his heart, then I can't pass judgment and say, because we believe God make Muslims, so I just leave it alone, and I don't want to backbite him or say something that it'll come back on me.
So the people, the Muslims that's in there, they don't even worry about that.
No, this is what they do. As long as they see you praying, coming to Jumu'ah, doing what you're supposed to do, then you good. But the minute you say you Muslim, but then you at the poker table playing the tickets, hanging out on y'all with your fellas and doing all kind of other actions you're supposed to be doing, now they're gonna send that Sharif staff as they about to see about you.
Why they don't do that toward the rappers that go Muslim but still advocate toward being street, spinning, drilling, the whole nine, like, you know what I'm saying? Because if they do that in jail, then that should stand for the same thing. To the streets, because they got a lot of rappers that take on being a Muslim, but they still entertain street activity and talking about street type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But they consider themselves as being a Muslim, like,
I like that.
How they look at that?
I like that, but this is the problem with that. In jail, you don't have no guns in there.
Yeah.
In jail, you in that box, you in that cell, so you might have 15, 20, what you call a Sharif, working out, big old brothers, big beards coming. So on the street, you can move around. On the streets, you dangerous.
Right.
So it's hard to be approached on the street to tell you, man, get right. Whereas in jail, all right, because you got to keep in mind, you might have 300 Latinos on the compound that might be trying to go to war with blacks where you're going to need protection. So you more prone to respect the religion in here
than out in the streets. Right. I get it. That make a lot of sense, you know what I'm saying? Like,
brothers gonna
you
be
have to
on
look at it from that perspective.
Gangsta, how you put this shit on like a scale, like a person who, because people be telling people like he ain't like that for real, he ain't living like that, and it might be true about that person that he ain't living like that, but he doing a lot of time because he didn't tell. He wasn't living like Gangsta was living, but he didn't tell, and Gangsta was living how he was living, and he told. So how you rate yourself to that person?
I don't rate myself at all. I respect. Talk about the jail?
Just period.
Okay, because I don't underestimate nobody. Whether they scary or not, because a scary person have money, and his money the stepper. So a scary person, I always tell people, I don't want to be feared, I want to be liked. Because when you fear, they're going to get rid of you fast.
That's my pop told me.
Everybody going to come together to try to get you out the way. So, I in situations like that, what you was talking about, someone will be like, well, you know what? You would do this here, but overall, his principle, his mannerism, he stood up, his honor.
Yeah.
His honor, his integrity is intact. You violated that. But then it'll come to he in his cell, I'm in my cell. We both just come from commissary. And then like 3-4 jackballs with their handkerchief coming with them knives. They know that I'm going to push my knife, but he stood up in court, but he a coward. They going to take his stuff. So now you got a choice. You're going to look at it like, boy, his integrity, he a man, he stood up, but you know, he's still a little wimp.
That's the
Did
race.
you had to adapt that type of mindset once you got in prison? Because on the streets, I felt like you was a guy that pushed more of like you wanted to be feared.
Well, yeah, I did, because I was younger than wild. And like I tell you, I always thought people were scared to shoot me in my president. I got hit each time in the Magnolia, or right across the street from the Magnolia. But, you know, like I said, on the streets, we got choppers. We got guns that's going to keep going, you know what I'm saying? So it's you feel like...
They keep going.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then they got this other stuff crazy out here now. So, so in jail, you got a knife, if you could get a knife.
Right.
Then you got a heart to stab somebody.
Hand-on-hand combat. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you know
got
what
to
I'm saying?
be able to go with that.
Right, you got some people that's a beat. Like, my motto was this here, if it's me and you one-on-one with that, that's both our knife. But now, if you got it taped up and straight, you know what you're doing, I got to try to, you know what I'm saying? But if you coming with that, man, we're going to share that knife. So, but on the street, yeah, because I wanted that, I got that reputation. I was like, okay, all you going to just sit and hit at me, or we're going to go to the wall, let's do that. I ain't tripping off that.
Have you ever feared anything?
God.
I mean, so you knew God for yourself, like meaning when you was in the streets. I'm talking about, no, when you was in the streets living the way you was living,
Yeah.
God played a factor with...
I used to go to I was in Little Zion Baptist.
Just because you was in church don't mean you know
Yeah, that
God,
do.
bro. No, that
Yeah.
don't. They got a lot of
Listen to me, hear me out.
hypocrites. That's called a hypocrite.
But still, you know God. It don't matter. You're a hypocrite,
He had
but
a
you know right
scary
from
moment
wrong.
in church. I mean, in jail for sure.
What you say?
He had a scary moment in jail for sure.
I'm just saying.
What do you mean?
I'm saying you never had a scary moment in jail?
No, because you gotta understand this in jail. Soon as I go to the he was in the compound with me, he'll tell you. Man, listen. I thank God for this. Now I sit back and think about it. I've never been, nobody never stole, we call snuck me, stole. Nobody never did that to me in the Fed. Nobody never jumped me in the Fed. Nobody never extorted me in the Fed. Nobody never robbed me in the Fed. Nobody never stole nothing from me in the Fed. I've stabbed people behind one of my Muslim brothers claiming a table before. I got writers for this stuff. So, and then I was the imam for like the last 5-6 years. So just imagine 200-300 Muslims and I'm ahead of all them. So they're gonna protect the imam. So I've never had a bad moment in prison.
See, that was before.
I'm just listening.
Right. Cause nigga know who you was, but nigga don't want nobody to go to jail or to return. But you think it'll be the same exact way if you was to go back?
No, it wouldn't. No, indeed.
You see what I'm
But
saying?
hold on, no. But hold up. It's different. Listen what you're saying. If I go back now, I know I can't go on certain yards. That's out. Because, listen, we got gangsters, killers. Well, Terrance Gangsta, he's deceased now. But he was one of them that didn't play. Terrance Gangsta was hard on paperwork. He ain't play. Anyway he went hard. Bouncer, none of that deceased, a big dog from New Orleans. He's deceased now. So, yeah, we got homies. Eastwood, one of them deceased, the son, the daddy, he home, he older. Blabber, so, and there's plenty, Black Boy, it's the 7-1 Hall, some of them dudes gangsters.
Really
them dudes,
real in there.
yeah, they ain't played. Them dudes didn't play the radio, so your paperwork not good. You getting up all that compound one way or another.
How do a certain person even like get ranked to be the one that nigga come on this compound? I'm supposed to go check out his paperwork. We give you that. You know what I'm saying?
Let me show you something. There's a dude named Bam Bam from Shreveport. He's 4'11". 4'11", bro. And the same you laugh.
No, I hear you talk
That's
about
shorty,
and I saw him shorty. Yeah,
Cold
yeah.
little gangster, killer, went to war with Hound out of Gertrude. Hound like 6'3" before they would stab each other up. But he's 4'11", but he had respect. So if you've been down so much and been in certain penitentiaries, if you've never been ran off a yard, you might have to get shipped for stabbing somebody or running somebody off the compound or busting them who getting caught with a knife or something. Your reputation is going to follow you. Whatever you did is going to follow you to the next penitentiary. It's going to always follow you. It's going to follow you, so people going to know what's up with you. So whenever you bump into another, you're going, oh, that's such, your old man, yo, he don't play. So whoever running the car might put up on, look, bro, you know, the homies be doing this, but bro, if you want to take it, you can take it, but, or homie might, you know, I got this here, you know what I'm saying, you want to assist, you can have a voice or whatever, you know, but they're going to work it out, but like Bouncer, wherever he go, he going to run the car. He put D.C. and New Orleans together, because he caught his case in D.C., but, you know, he born and raised in New Orleans, so Terrance Fat enough, wherever he goes to, he want to run it. You know what I'm saying? No matter who run that car, Terrance Fat going to have his name in there. Powder ticket. So this just depends on how wild you are, how much your name respected on the compound. They're going to put you right there. But this is dangerous because of this. Say if I got the compound, or say if people respect my name. So if this Mike came to the compound, this Mike ratty, I'm going to be like, he good. Y'all going to take my word because y'all know my word good. So he could be dirty, but because I vouch for him, y'all ain't going to trip.
And what repercussions that person have when a nigga find out he hot?
Oh, he gotta get off that yard too, cause you vouch for
Homie who
him.
vouch?
Yeah, you gotta go.
They all turn against you.
Yeah, cause you gotta keep in mind, this killer's already mad. People done told on they ain't never going home, and you done vouch for this rat, or they gonna butcher you too.
Right.
Yeah, you gonna get up off that yard.
You know, we spoke earlier, like a few seconds ago, about not having fear, and you've been shot. You know, I remember seeing you in the hospital, in Charity. You had the shit bag on, and you showed me, yeah, hot boy, hard to kill, like, you know, like kind of laughing it off. And I'm looking like, this nigga crazy, right? Because you've been hit. So in the mix of those wars, like when you shooting out with somebody, you telling me that you never had, like, fear in you when somebody hitting at you the whole nine, or you feel like nigga about to jam me up or a certain kind of way. Fear never entered your spirit in a mix of those type of situations.
I always had a weapon, but you may not believe me, bro.
No, I'm just asking. I mean, I'm just asking.
You may not believe this shit, bro. May Allah be my witness. Wallahi, I got more fear now than when I was on the streets. Because now I don't have a weapon. I don't tote a weapon. These little youngsters got these book bags. They got the switches. They got the foreign guns. I got fear now.
So when you was carrying that gun, it just was, you felt invincible.
I felt I was tough. I thought people, yeah. This is like in the Fed. When I go to the federal, any prison I go to, I got to get me 2 knives. And if it's 5 of y'all, I'm going to run through that. I don't care if I got a knife. But if I ain't got no knife, I'm like, I got to try to work something out. What I'm going to do. But if I got a knife, I think I'm tough.
You had a gun the night that your partner got shot in Iberville?
No, man. Wallahi, that man lying. No.
Huh?
That man lied, bro. No. That man, how you hit the thing and stop the cap?
I don't know what that is. Oh, I said, I don't know what that is facts. I don't know what that is facts.
No, stop the cap, man. But listen, let me show you something. Let me show you why this don't make no sense. Hear me out. Now, hear me out. If I'm known for stepping, if I'm known for crushing people all around the city, how you get to be invincible? And you a nobody. Like your name ain't much ringing for being a killer. You ain't got a name in the mouth. You ain't got a name, period. How I run with a gun and if I'm crushing all these other people. Right. Jumping out doing it, and you never saw you in my life, never heard, never nothing. So the first thing in my mind, I got I like my eyes over yours because you soft or you're a nobody. Nobody don't know you. Killers in the street, do you agree with this? Killers respect killers?
To a certain degree.
Okay. So.
Well, I saw killers point killers out the lineup. So
yeah, that's why I said to a certain degree.
But no. That's in the lineup. I'm on the streets I'm talking about.
No, really, they do.
On the streets, a killer gonna respect them, but he gonna try to find a way to down him, but he still gonna give him a respect till he can catch him slipping. So, what it sounds
not
like.
If you don't respect his kills. You know, they got no, honestly, because niggas done killed off of like just it's like a bad kill, like you killed a nigga on mistake, like, you know what I'm saying? So if a dude looking at you like that as a killer, like, man, that nigga ain't really, he closed his eyes and so happened to hit somebody, like he ain't really living like that. You know, it's like how you look at some people, y'all pop shit, you know, y'all shoot from a distance. I walk up on a nigga and do him. That's a different type of killer compared to a killer that just shoots.
Drillers don't walk them down?
No, you know, so that's why I say would you agree with that to some degree?
He ain't no walk down. He wasn't no walk down, nigga.
Shit.
Meena, let me tell you something, Meena. Let me tell you something. This my thing. See, that's why I tell them different from a lot of people. If I know you got a gun, if I know you will shoot that gun,
you'll squeeze.
I'm a respect. I don't care about you got to kill, you got to kill. Just like, oh boy, that was his first kill, Sterling.
Right.
So I respect him as a killer. I respect that he gonna bust his gun.
Because he killed somebody.
Yeah, right? and he stepped on a stepper. So I respect, you know what I'm saying, boy. He just lied a lot. Like when he went to the first, he said, I had my chop out pointing at him, and I said, you got something to do with that? And he said, I said, yeah, all right. Why you ain't cut loose on me and you got a chopper pointing at me? Man, that's a bunch of bull, but it was good for the internet. And what I always tell people, internet love lies. So you got a man that crushed Sterling, you know I'm going to go, but you going to ask me with that chopper out, or you got something to do. If I tell you, yeah, I'm going to kill you, you ain't going to crush me right there, you got me down bad?
You was out there when they shut it down?
The 45 days?
They say you came back.
Nah, I couldn't come out for 45 days. I looked out the window, though. What the thing?
Nah, that's some more shit.
This nigga still is
the red one.
Stop the cap.
But listen, like I say, bro, I just think, you know what it be? Do what I tell you, bro. People mix truth with the false just to get a good story. Did he step on story? Yes, he did that. But he lied and added stuff to it.
They kill the whole truth when a nigga do that?
No, because you still just your work.
But exactly,
Still your work.
because you're going with what I be saying, exaggerated truth turned to a lie.
I wasn't thinking about that,
But I'm just saying,
that's on that type of
exaggerated,
time.
exaggerated truth becomes a lie, you know, because you got a little truth in it, but when you
Right.
exaggerate it, now you're starting to make it out a lie. Like,
He got the kill. He stepped on a real stepper. So, you know, it's like, okay, yeah, we know he ain't no punk. You know he gonna bust his gun. He got a gun. He gonna shoot.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, in a killer mind, well, I know he gonna shoot because he just killed him. But now when you got proof that you killed this man, so you got a chance to brag to the world, I stepped on an original hot boy stepper. So now your name, your work is proving that you a bust. But then when you go on YouTube, national YouTube, and say, I caught another one who known the step, and I had to chop on him and ask you got something to do with this? And he said, yeah, you got, all right, look, let me think this out, we gonna talk. But what happened to your killer instinct now, bro? Stop the cap, man.
Hey, listen, who was the first person that you contacted when you got out? Like, how did it get out? Who's the first person that you talked to when you came home and then the internet just went dumb saying Gangsta home?
All right, when I contact my mother.
But your mom ain't tell people in the streets. Huh?
No. You asked me who the first person I talked to, brother. I'm about to give you the story. It's about time. Anyway, like I was saying, if I was interrupted by him, y'all. Now, so this what happened for real. It was me, my little brother, my older brother. So my mother hadn't had all her children home in 20-something years. So we take a group picture, the family picture. I don't know the magnitude of social media. My brother posted on Facebook. So my cousin was like, cuz, come on. Well, a few of my little cousins come over, about 10 of them come over, right? With guns. So I'm looking at these little young boys, like, they gotta be family. They look like my cousin. They were little when I left over, but they all come in with guns. So in my mind, boy, I can take over, I can go back up time, I can cut up, because I'm looking at all these little young boys, happy to up and hugging me. I'm like, and they all coming in with, but then I say, man, you just did 20-something years, stop, cut the bull. But my older cousin didn't like, because a lot of people knew that I was home, they started coming over, calling, right? So he was like, cuz, come on my house. And in my mind, before I went to the feds, his little brother used to pee in the bed. So the rooms, you know, you had that room that smell like pee.
Right.
So I'm thinking, nah, cuz I'm gonna come out your house, cause it might smell like pee. I'm like, nah, I'm sitting in the living room, but I don't wanna go to sleep, cause now I'm starting to see, man, too many people started to come over. But my mom,
This is the first day, right?
right. But he like, cuz, come on. I'm like, I'm in my mind at pee. Nah, man, I want to go by your house. But we grown now, but I'm still I'm traumatized from when we was young.
From what happened, yeah.
Say, bro. So he finally taught me to go in his house. That's the best thing I did. Big old pretty house, big old TV. I was like, whoa, we got. So if I was shouting, man, cuz, I got a 4-bedroom, nice in here. You know what I'm saying? So that my brother had posted on Facebook.
And then word just got out like crazy.
Yep, and then, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And then the little chick, she saw me. I had made a video going at Hot Bezo about a mall in Fort Worth. And she was like, tell Gangsta don't do no videos. I can get them paid. You give me paid? What's up? So she said she contact Vlad, put me and Vlad on the phone. It was a Sunday, me and that man talk. And she was like, look, Vlad be giving Boosie 13. I was like, yeah, 13.
That was Shorty was with you?
Yeah.
Right.
So me and Vlad negotiated. I said, man, I want 36,000. He said, what about 10? I said, deal. So I'm like, you better give me 10. I've been talking on the phone from jail for free. You better give me 10 bands. Boy, let's get it. Let's run it. So he gave me the 2, gave me that W2 form, or that whatever that.
Yeah. Feel like a little woo, yeah.
Right, pop. And from there, it was on, man. And then I just got on the internet, just started just telling the story. And I saw, no. When Boosie attacked me, and I answered him back from while I was working at Tyson Warehouse, I answered him back.
Who
and
did say something first to you?
Well, he was on Vlad, and he was saying
about
how I
getting
violated, how people didn't go to love me and step for me, and how I messed up the name and yada yada.
Did you have somebody that you felt like that yourself before Boosie said that, like a person like a person you know that he really talking about? Did you feel like it had a person in Angola that really feel like he was saying?
Yeah, but Boosie he wasn't wrong, because I don't look at television when I look at certain situations. I looked at an opportunity because I felt like, you know how you be like, you know you dead wrong, but man, I'm about to still fight. So it's one of them situations where Boost was dead right, because this is how he was raised. He knew how we was raised. He heard all these stories. So man, you go and put a black guy in the game, man, you dead wrong. But I saw an opportunity where I could play off that on the internet. And I took my shot, and I scored. And then from there, I was like, whoa, this is my niche right here, the internet. Then my first check was $2,500, then it was $5,500, and then this dude said, he said, bro, between me and you, I made $30,000. I said, he capping. Now that's what you should stop the cap. So I said, well, you know what? Well, I had $8,000 to give me $2,500 and another $55. I said that might be possible. So I just started dropping $5 a day, and the most I had made was $22,800 something. So I said, man, I didn't believe they were gonna give me that money. Some people don't give me all them money. They would talk smack on the. I didn't believe that, bro. When them people direct deposit that, I said, "Oh, this is where I need to be right here on social media."
You showed it to me.
And you were still working at that time.
Like,
And they quit the job and everything.
Yeah, I quit. One day I was in the room. I said, "You know what? I quit." And I told my people, he said, "Man," he looked at me and said, "I thought you'd have been quit." Let me check, because I had to show them the money I'm making and what I'm doing. Yeah, so I just found the internet. I was like, you know what? I make more money than the average drug dealer in the neighborhood. Just on the internet, I said, and it's more for everybody. You know, I just fell in love with that.
What you think the number one thing that helped your channel blow up?
Cash Money story. Because everybody been hearing about about Giggity. Lil Wayne, Word to Giggity, In My Miss My Dog, Soul to Slim, Giggity, the feds in town, blah, blah, blah. Then BG Gangsta this. Right, so now they got a chance to put a face with all this rap, with this music. And at the time, what I learned about the internet love gossip, they love mess. The internet is very, very messy. So at this time, I come home, so all these stories and oh, he did this, he did that. Now I get to come home and correct a lot of this stuff. So people mad about that. So it's okay for the white man to make a video or what you call a documentary, and y'all cool with it. But I come home to make better my own stuff. I'm wrong. I'm a bad guy. Get out of here. Beat it.
All right.
What's
your relationship? I mean, well, I know your relationship with Stone. Like you look at Stone as like with the big, one of the big dogs.
Yes, big facts. Yes.
And is a certain type of respect you have for Stone?
Yeah, of course. I mean, even though I used to steal his coke and all that.
Yeah, that's where I was going at. But why? What would make you hit him? Like, what would make
because I felt I was untouched. See, this is the thing, bro. Real talk. When I was on the street, I was just wild. I just was going. Just knowing that I would kill at the drop of the dime, knowing I had respect, and I just felt like, man, it is what it is. With me doing what I did, I was like, I'm a real one from the street, so whoever got a problem, see me in traffic. But it wasn't until I got out and I saw the women and all the Zuzus and Whams and Walmart, I said, don't see me in traffic. Just, leave me alone.
Right.
But I'm not gonna lie or hide what I did. It is what it is. So whoever don't like me, you stay over there, I'm stay over here.
Right.
And you two weren't even in play yet in your...
No, well, I remember I did hide in BG, and then I did the thing with Video Wayne, but I didn't know how it was going out here. Like, I didn't know about social media, how to fake.
You didn't know about viral moments.
No, I didn't know what that was. Like, I just recently, last year, learned about Troll. So, but when I seen, okay, this is what people doing, I had to learn from J Electronica to take the ad off, because when B-roll, all them was to be getting at me, like, so when they at me, all my people gonna see it, and then I say I can't afford that. Yeah, so I said I took that off, and I just started, learning this stuff as I go along, because I was by myself.
Well. Let me know. Say what you want to say.
I wanted to speak on a little part about the cell phones used. Like, you was kind of scared to use it. Was that because your phone had got tapped?
No.
Prior to the game, that you felt like the technology was a little.
No, what it was, if you get caught with a cell phone, or if somebody else get caught with a cell phone and your number in it, you get the write-up, you get a 100 series shot, and I couldn't afford that. That's still on like 10 years. That's a heavy write-up. So I was like, no, I don't want that. Because when you go to court, all that stuff look bad.
Right.
Yeah, I was like,
speaking of what MEANA saying right now about the tap shit, if I get jammed up because your shit tapped, is you still to blame because your shit was tapped? Like, how you look at that? I'm caught up. I nigga be in jail. What you in here for, gas, man? Nigga gained the phone was tapped, man. So I'm facing a penalty for your shit being tapped. So how I look at that person whose phone was tapped?
The way you look at the one who phone not tapped, because I don't know, the people ain't tell me, hey,
Right.
Gangsta, we got your phone tapped.
Yeah, you ain't set them up.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, my phone. Because if you think about this here. If that's the case, I played the 20 years. The dude go wake Blabber up, and Blabber go to talk about all kind of stuff we did on the street, and they gave me likes for it. So I could have blamed Blabber.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, but there's a dude phone tap, he don't know. So you just looking, you a bully. You just looking for to blame somebody.
Right.
That's what you want to do.
Explain this to me. You said somebody, Blabber was talking and somebody used that against you. That's not hearsay?
In the Fed, that's a new law called hearsay. But the thing is, I'm on the phone with Birdman. Man, the people, Blabber just called me and said, NOTPD about to put a warrant out for my arrest for the homie who ran through the gun. They think it was me. So the Fed listening to this. Bird said, what, that gun was dirty? I said, he said the gun was hot? He said it was dirty? I said, yeah, that was Calio. Oh. So they took that. Then the dude who wore the wire on Blabber in the cell, man, I wish y'all would have got rid of that Calio gun. Calio. The little dude ran it through the gun. They go check for ballistics. His body's on it. So in the court, they go with, by the preponderance of the evidence, I feel like that you did it, and we're going to hold his life.
That's strong. So a lot of motherfuckers in there on the strength of that right there.
Irrelevant conduct, meaning if we all selling drugs and you front somebody something and he get killed because he didn't pay you, now we not charged with that, but when people go to cooperate, oh yeah, he got killed because he had, so whatever drugs under investigation, that's relevant to this, so that's relevant conduct, you're going to hold that body.
Right. I won't dig into this while it's on my mind. I won't get back to some of this shit. But I won't dig into this like, so you wasn't gangster when a nigga hit LTI, right? You wasn't gangster yet, right?
No, Stone gave it a name in LTI, Lil Gangsta.
Right. So what going to jail at that time did for a nigga for as like, did it like warn you like for the big house? They be coming to have all them speeches and shit. Like you need to be bringing the people in there from gold, all these little rounds. And
We didn't
shit.
get that. When I was in LTI in Baker, Louisiana, they used to make us school pick with our hand. We was gang fighting against the Ninth Ward. So we didn't have the Kumbaya speeches. And I was already young and wild. Coming up there, I had an armed robbery and an aggravated battery. So LTI ain't do nothing but just make me harder.
So is it a certain amount of time that make a nigga get to the person that you is now? Because what I was saying is nigga been going to jail for all that time and he never did nothing. But now you did this long jokes at an adult and now you come out like this. So what's the difference of that?
A big difference, you're a juvenile. When you're a child, you thinking childish. When you get grown, you're like, whoa.
Right.
I got children, I got more responsibility now. So it's like, in your old age, like, man, I'm gonna die in here. When you're a juvenile, you're like, I got a lot of life to live. And then juvenile back then was until you 21. Juvenile life, but adult life until you stiff. You can have your hands three ways, here, down here, or to the side. That's what the life is of the Fed.
Gangsta, with doing all that time that you did, what's your relationship with your kids?
Outstanding. I'm cool with all my baby mothers. I'm cool with some of their husbands. Everybody, I'm cool with everybody. I don't have beef with nobody. Because one thing I can say, I help, thanks to Cash Money, my people, they...
Facts.
Let me do it. So they took care of me my whole bid. Right. So I was able to take care of my children.
Right.
Y'all have a good, beautiful relationship.
But, the reason why I'm saying that, because you saying, and I've always heard you say this, I took care of my kids, I put my, my daughter in college and all this type of stuff, but does that make it a relationship? Because it's almost like a dude that just take care of their kids with money, but not here to spend time. You know what I'm saying? So the relationship still be somewhat stagnant because you wasn't here. I don't have a personal relationship with you. That's why I was deeply asking, what's your relationship with your kids besides the money that you were spending with them?
Well, you should know one of them.
Hey, I know one of them.
That's what I'm saying. Anyway, so you used to date?
I ain't dating.
Oh, all right. You was over there. You by the house.
He answered the phone for
I
you.
talked to you. I talked to you on the phone.
He gave you 3 ways.
Nah, you asked me to get on the phone. You said, who that is?
Why you felt the way when you hung up?
No, because I was
way.
always a fan of them.
But he probably felt some kind
I've
of
been
way.
in jail, man. I know how it feel when they call home
No,
and
you
answer the phone.
because you got to keep in mind that wasn't my main old lady.
I understand that.
You know who the main one was?
Right.
Lived in your hood. Look at the smirk on his face. So well, listen.
You fuck with her too, huh?
Yeah.
I ain't mess with her.
Facts.
I ain't mess with her.
But listen, so, this is why I said I had a good relationship with them. It wasn't about taking care of them, buying childrenship, all my children mothers would get together or this or that, and I always got a chance to see them.
Okay.
They had cell phones for them, so I always had communication with them, pictures, writing, visit.
Right, I feel
Yeah.
that.
But how old your son was your son in the streets, or how old he was when you was about to make the decision that I'm gonna go with this move to get out?
Oh, he was in the streets heavy then.
At that time.
Yeah.
So coming from the streets, Magnolia Project.
That's where
your
he from.
Right. And your son coming up the same way, and you know how a nigga feel about that rat shit. So did that dome on you, like, my son out here, and nigga, like, I don't want him to have the effect of nigga like, man, your daddy a rat, and how they look to him and he growing up in the Magnolia Project. Did that ever cross your mind?
No, because I know my son was how I was when I was out. So if you came to him he gonna tell you, I don't hear nothing about my dad. That's all my daddy. I'm me. He gonna check you from the start. Don't tell me nothing about my daddy. My dad already told me what was up.
Right.
And people that know you respect him to this day.
But with him being from the streets, would you think that he would feel a certain kind of way with the law that you stood on that you broke?
Cause you just said some daddy son shit.
No, because we talked about that, and he like, man, you on your own, man. I ain't doing that.
He said that.
On the phone. I do interview with him and all that. Every day he called me. He like, I heard what you did, but I ain't doing it.
Right.
And that's what he's standing on. He got 2 bodies right
respect
now.
that.
He got 2 bodies right now. They getting ready to go to trial.
Right. And I was fucking with you. I was like, man, don't come over here on that scary shit, man. Liquor horns circling the block and all that. I was fucking with you, right? But, like, you was a different caliber of person before you went to jail. So when you was being seen and shit, like, people applaud you. They wanted to be around you. They wanted to see you and shit. So you was in love with that feeling, right? Before you went to jail, right?
Facts.
That shit.
Hit the.
Yeah, and you and
Facts.
that shit is like you'll start feeling for that shit. You loved it. That. And you know one thing, man, it ain't the same no more for you. So how you compare that feeling?
It's better now for me because you got to keep my head hood fame. I had hood fame and fake love. Now I got,
Facts.
let me do it too.
Facts.
So now I got internet love, and you got to keep in mind, internet, you have different age brackets. Since I've been on the internet, I covered every bracket except for 13 to 17 years old. When I interviewed Charles White, now that bracket covered. So I got a different love versus the streets.
And you cherish that love way more.
Of course.
Because it's people you don't even know that's giving you.
Yeah, because
Nah,
out here,
real shit.
you got to think out here when we was in the streets, it was still cutthroat. People would show you love out of fear.
Right.
For you doing, hey, boy, what's up? You know, yo, you know he around here in a such and such a blue color car. Mm-hmm. Now it's different.
Right. It is different. Would you say some of that fame is what tricked the nigga from staying in jail so long?
Of course, because you know when
You say that? For real?
Yeah, because when you first go to jail, what we taught out here, stand on principle, morals, your honor, your dignity. We taught that. But me, how people say, Gangsta, you always overthink. So I was like, well, hold on. You mean to tell me, because I think homosexuality and snitches in the same boat. And let me tell you why. Hey, boy, look, if one of your homeboys humping a man, first the ones who don't approve, you're going like, man, what's up with him? He just like him too. You done lost your dignity, your manhood, you know, your lawyer, all that's out the window. So I was looking like, well, hold on. They'll run a rat up top. They hate snitches, but yet you will hang out with your homeboy sticking his penis in another man's butt. You're going to go with that. You cool with that.
Right.
But according to society and biblical terms, that's frowned upon.
That's forbidden.
Big facts.
Facts.
But out here in society is different.
No, I get you. If like I said, you said you were just taking your lick accountability for the rat shit, you was gonna do that if it was for the internet or not, right? So I get that. For us the stories though, and the F's that a nigga run, if that shit didn't come with monetization, would you still fuck with it like that?
No. I ain't about to be sitting down telling nobody. I ain't no Dougie Fresh, the world great entertainer. No, indeed, I ain't about to be sitting down for free.
Right.
No.
I said that.
No, indeed. I saw the money behind it, and I was like, whoa, I got myself something. You mean to tell me, in my mind, I was thinking I'm going to come home to the big houses, to the Rolls Royces, to the jets, So
How though? How?
What-
How you figure you was gonna come home with that?
well, Bird them.
I know, but
That's
not
what I'm
on,
saying.
but not on the.
No. This before the telling part. I'm
right,
talking
all
about. So I was thinking that. So when I went that route, so it's like, okay, God said, I'm gonna give you freedom, but I'm gonna strip you from all that and start you at the bottom. So I'm cool. That's something I gotta live with. I can't walk on the stage no more when BG say gotta holler again. He trying to X my name out.
It was a swap out you had to make.
Yeah, I see. So I'm gonna take that for 1,000 because at the end of the day,
Facts. Facts.
I don't buy friendship. It's too expensive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I know the decision I made. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna live with this.
Hey, you were never.
Hold on, right quick, because I won't stop him right there. Before when making that decision, how hard was it? How many, you know what I'm saying, times you had to overthink it?
No, ain't no. Once I thought, I don't do that back and forth.
You said you said it.
No,
so
it wasn't
you're
no
an
hard.
overthinker.
No, I was already overthought it. Time
Nah,
to go.
that's some OG shit.
Yo, you talking about how hard? No, I ain't about to be. I know that was freedom. I saw,
stupid.
Yo,
Yeah,
you know
because I'm
what
trying to see, you know,
No,
because
Meena, when them people, when I saw dude was coming from life to going home, I said, yeah, it ain't no, well, I don't want to do it because they going to be, nah, right here. And if they don't open my door, say, where y'all at? I'm kicking on the door.
I'm saying with you being a person like you say, I'm one of the guys that made the law.
Facts.
So I'm thinking like if you feel like this is a principle that I push forward, it should be kind of complicated for me to say I'm gonna go the other route.
No, it ain't because I made the rules. So, you know, you make them, you can break them. You know what I'm saying? Rules meant to be broken, right? They make the
They're
law, they
not
break
meant
the law.
to be broken; they just get broken.
Yeah, that too, however you want to put it, but I broke them. And that's what, this is the thing though, bro. I love my people and I respect the decision Bird and them made. We ain't rocking with you. You don't hear me making no disrespectful videos about them.
But speaking on that right there, do you feel sometimes in your heart a thought come across your mind like, man, shit ain't that serious?
Of course, plenty of
Right,
time.
man, come on, man, shit ain't that fucking
If
serious.
it wasn't for the social media, I'd be sliding and gliding. I might have my own Maybach. But with the social media, nah, boy, catch the bus. You know what I'm saying? Give me a few dollars. Nah, I beat it. That's how they handling me, boy.
Why? Because you think it's too much exposure.
It is. You know what I'm saying? The internet, bro. Without the internet, bro, the internet is a dangerous spot. It could be good, it could be bad. That's why you gotta have bulletproof emotions on here. And with them having a spotlight, he big five and all that, he got a reputation got to uphold. So I can't embrace. Like I was like, boy, don't you know look, prime example. I was at 155,000 subscribers and let change. When I interviewed Charleston White, man, I'm at 162 now. Shot me up. So now just imagine I had Bird, I could interview once a month, BG, Juvie, Wayne, Turk. I might got.
And right now,
I'll be no Rap Cat podcast.
nigga feeling like, so
Facts.
look, gangster, right now, nigga feeling like, ain't like, I should still be able to do that right now. What you saying? Like I should still be able to do that right now with the people that you saying.
Let me tell you something. If Bird was to come out and say, man, I'm rocking with him, a lot of people gonna change their attitude because they follow behind him.
Facts.
That's a big fact right there.
They follow behind Big
what you
Five.
say, man?
I'm
Hey,
listening.
just from the time that you got out, you never felt like it's hard to say like I shouldn't have did that because you got your freedom, but you never on the other side you never felt like I shouldn't have did that. Not one time, gang.
Yeah, one time I was like, man, if I'd have came home with my honor, I'd be hanging out with the fam.
Right.
But then I go and say, this the plan that was made for me, and I made that, and I'm not, bro, I did 23 years, 10 months around a bunch of miserable men. I want to do the other 23 years, 10 months out here with some happy men.
I get that, bro.
So I don't want to be, nah, man. So if it take for people to stop speaking to me, call me a rat or snitch, okay, we'll go over there.
What been the biggest like effect upon your life from telling?
Me becoming famous on the internet.
Like in a negative way. I'm saying in a negative way. Like nigga, like what was the penalty for you from renting that you feel like if it's anything?
But people, they don't rock with me.
That's the only.
That's it. And that's the people, honestly, Bird and Slim, like I say, I'm going to be forever grateful, thank them because, you know,
Go ahead.
because you know in prison you need outside support. So for them dudes to be there my whole bid, and I had thousands on my book.
All right, let me ask this. Before you develop bulletproof emotions, did anything ever trigger you to feeling like they about to bring me back?
No, because of this. When I move
That was
into
a good question.
yeah, he always had a good question. So
Facts.
so
a stupid dude.
so real talk. When I left the female and I moved into my house, bro, I still got pictures of it. It was empty. My mama drove from New Orleans, came down to Walmart, and she got me a bunch of Fabuloso, all stuff to clean the house. She said, "You want a sleeping bag?" No. She said, "You want an air mattress?" I said, "What that is?" She pointed. I said, "I don't want that. I want a sleeping bag." I got a sleeping bag, a pillow. I took my clothes when I first moved to the house. Took my clothes, took my prayer rug, and laid on there. Then when mother them came, I got a sleeping bag, a pillow, and then I forgot what it was. Somebody taught me how to go on the center with the clothes and furniture. Rent a center. Ain't nobody ask you. Rent a center. So I applied for that. I got a washer, dryer, refrigerator. Then I got a bed. Then I got a 32-inch TV. I still have that TV to this day. Then I got a sofa. Then I got a TV. I mean, a table. And my PO watched me get one at a time from my job. So he was so excited. He brought his supervisor there, and he said, "Man, you the first person that's been on my workload that has accomplished what you have accomplished in 1 year." I come home, I owed the government $18,000. I paid that through YouTube. So my thing was, okay, I'm gonna take my time. I ain't in no rush. I'm older now. I got me a spot, lay my head. I'm gonna get this, buy this one, buy that, and that's what I did, bro.
Was that restitution that you had to pay?
Well, it was restitution is different from a fine, but it's simple. You know, I had to pay the government.
Can the person still feel like, say, like my morals and my integrity intact if I did that? Like, can that still be intact?
If you did what?
Like red. Like if
No,
you,
that's over when you violated.
So
I believe anybody that
so
snitch,
all our morals is the same under that condition.
right. But what I'm saying is, once you cooperate with the government, you put a black eye in the game, you should never come on to the streets and want to go back to the streets because you dangerous. It's like, we know you a kid, we know you a sell drug, and then you going to tell on us. You're going to be the first one when you get in that. Well, you might not make it in the car. Not you, I'm speaking in general, the person who telling. So I think once you cooperate with the government, get out the way.
So we wouldn't encourage a nigga to tell right?
No, I do now. Yeah.
No, just check me out.
You say I do now.
I'm a civilian.
No, that you're really answering this shit before I ask, because it's like the shit that you saying affected you from ratting. You would tell another nigga in jail who think about, like, the reason why you don't want rat, bro, it don't hold that much weight, bro, how you think, bro. You better come on home. You know what I'm saying? From what you saying, like, I was afraid to rat, but I did rat and got out, and ain't nothing changed. I'm living a hell of a good life. So you encourage another nigga, like, bro, the reason you thinking that what's gonna happen, you're gonna be labeled as a rat, this and that, ain't really true.
All right, let me show you this.
I don't think that worked for everybody, though.
That's true.
Why we ask about morals first.
But let me just show this here. When a person who was from the street back in the days know certain people to be getting put down. But now in this day's time, it's so much favoritism. Dudes, like right now today, you got dudes out there in the industry running with dudes who cooperate, but they say, well, he ain't telling me or he ain't telling my people, I don't care.
Right.
And they turn a blind eye to that. So it's favoritism now. So a lot of dudes look at that jail like, man, they out there embracing these dudes. They out there throwing. I saw a dude from D.C. get surrounded by his homies. You know what he told him? Y'all put your hand on, I'm going to kill your family when I go home. And them dudes stood down. So there's a lot of favoritism and stuff. But you got some dudes, if they catch you lacking, they going to bust your butt. But then you got some that, man, waste my butt. I ain't got. That's just people got to deal with that.
You think because it's oversaturated with people making those type of moves that part of the game of ratting or not? Because, you know what I'm saying, a lot of young people call it getting down first. Like, that's their thing. Like, I get down first, and it's like almost like it's a
nigga can't wait to
no,
ask.
it's like a thing all the time. Like, nah,
It's a good question. It's a good question, my nigga. We got a good question.
It's another one. That's the old one. He talking about. The new one is why I go to the pen when you can tell I'm a friend.
Yeah, right.
Listen, you think I'm playing?
That's
No, listen.
something that got posted.
Y'all, it's a dude named Charles Boutang.
Oh, I know Charles.
He walked up to Bryce. Cadillac brother Bryce. That was my co-defendant Bryce.
Right.
Me and Bryce standing side by side, and he walked up to Bryce and said that, look, I said, what he trying to take the rat on me? But he didn't know we was co-defendant, but he told Bryce, well, I go to Penn, you can tell on a friend.
Man.
I said, what the, Charles Boutin told it to Bryce.
Wow. I know him out the east, yeah. I know
Exactly. He had that club too back over there. I had a fight with him in jail.
2002, not 2000, what's the club? You used to Rockefeller.
Right across from
Rockefeller.
From Xavier.
You want all your fights
2.5.
in jail, my nigga?
Yeah.
You
I ain't
want
had
all
that many.
the-
one let me tell you who had to break it up. 'Cause
LTI, you want all your fights, my nigga?
we gang fighting LTI. Oh, now when I was in the Fed, I had a fight with this Asian dude.
You got it.
Look, see, did what happened.
the shit out you.
He kicked me. Say, bro, let me tell you what's crazy. We come for visit. I got next on phone. He said, you know Junior out the 17 wall?
Yeah, with the curly hair.
Right. So he in the dome. He helped me. So what happened was, I got him in the Asian fussing. So let's fight. Because he kind of short. He was a little stop. I could beat him, right? Man, that man kicked me dead in my belly. Boom. So Junior said, oh, stop. So let me get a breather, right? So we square off again. I try to kick him back, one of my leg back. That man caught my leg. The Junior had to stop it again. Then we went a little blender. But other than that, like, I didn't have a lot of fights in the Fed. Like, I stabbed a dude before and I got caught with a knife. But other than that, I just stay away from a lot of the bull because I learned early on that when you get a lot of write-ups, that hurt you when the law come out because it's up to discretion to the courts. They're going to look at your prison history.
Yeah, like you was trouble in here, so
Right, we ain't
know
about to
you
give you a
gonna be trouble going on.
Right.
How much time you did till when you came like, man, I ain't with no trouble no more? Like, I'm changing this shit up. How far you was
When you
in?
became Muslim.
No, before that, because we had a homeboy from,
Well, you was a Muslim on the street, you was going to die.
yeah, I used to go to the Nation of
Yeah.
Islam. I don't want to get into the man, the dude in here be getting into it. He got a smirk on his face, now he in the Nation. So this was
Hold up. You was a Muslim on the street?
Yeah, I used to go to the mosque on Diamond.
And all the stuff you was doing, you was
That's what I'm
Muslim?
saying. Yeah, I wasn't studying. I didn't know no better, brother. See, he read the judgment, but this is a Christian country. They don't hold the Bible, but they be ready to slay. Anyway, yeah.
I ain't Christian.
Oh,
you know?
Malahi.
Wallahi.
I'm non-denominational.
Oh, you know?
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay. So what was I for rooted the brother about the brother?
You were talking about the,
What was I?
You talking about being a Muslim?
No. So, getting myself together.
Yeah.
So it was a dude from Lake Charles named, I forgot his name. He had a mouthful to go top and bottom. And me and him was talking. I said, man, you said such. He said, that's a lie. I ain't said that because I don't cuss. I said, every black man will go to my cuss. You did cuss. So I started paying attention to it. He would never cuss. I said, I'm going to try that. I tried, then I relapsed. So I was like, okay, I want to try, I want to get myself. Then I said, okay, let me start studying. Because, we say words. Like, I was looking in the dictionary in cursive. So I said, man, how you spell in cursive? I said, I know it's I-N, but how you spell it? So,
You thought it was one word.
yeah, because people always say you know how to write in cursive.
yeah.
So I'm thinking that's the whole word. So I'm in the dictionary looking under the eyes. They said, nah, it's cursive. I was like, oh, all right. I feel
Right,
so
right,
then
in
another
cursive,
yeah.
right.
So then I told the dude from he was very small too. He used to go to college from Miami. I said, bro, you saw that Tasami over? He said, no, that's silent. So then I was on the phone with one of my baby brothers. You know how I like the jokes and talk, right? So I'm popping that gang, and I said, yeah, I don't discriminate. So her friend said, look up to my, he don't discriminate. I said, no, I don't discriminate. And I said, oh, she trying to correct me.
Yeah.
So I ran to the dictionary. So I just said, you know what? I got to apply myself. I got to start reading, studying, knowing how to pronounce these words. Because for real, I be making people laugh, but all the while, I'm the idiot.
Right.
You know,
The joke's on you.
Facts.
if look, it's seven.
I actually hit.
Because I know you said like, last interview, it was 7 years that hadn't passed till you like, man, right? So it got a lot of niggas that do a lot of time like you did, but by you saying it was 7 years, if we judge niggas at the time of their breaking point, then because niggas respect that time when you hit that walk, like niggas respect niggas who did time, but if we knew they breaking point, would we still respect them? Because niggas respect you from doing 20-something years without knowing that 7 years, it was over with.
Yeah, I was plotting and planning in. I just had to put it all together. Yeah, but I was like, man, and I just get frustrated, so they won't work. Sometimes them prosecutors, like, we don't want to talk to you. Just we have what you dying in jail.
In the 7 year, in the 7 year span, it was just like, I'm in this bitch, I'm wilding, I'm with the jailhouse shit.
Just how I go. When you in the penitentiary, you around dudes who got 15 life sentence, 12 life sentence, so you feed off their energy. Now, when they drop your custody, you go around a meeting with a bunch of dudes snitching. They going from life to, you see them throw the towel up on they get a mail call, they get the envelope, and then you see them throw the towel up on their door. Man, So the people didn't cut their time. So I never ran nobody off the yard. I never checked nobody paperwork because as I always say, never say never. So by me doing that, a lot of people just confide in me. So I know people who had life plus 45. Now he about to go home. Man, what? So I'm seeing people getting their time. Then I'm paying attention to the street. Ain't nobody getting whacked out there balling. Then one dude sent words. He said, "Tell Gangsta I'm at the red light. Boy, they got some bad bras out there." Ask him what he gonna do. He gonna stand there. Gonna come out here and hang out with me. I was like, he tripping, but
I got a question for you. So
I got an answer.
you was talking about the 7-year thing, and you was like, at the 7th year, that was your breaking point. So within those 7 years, you know, once you got to that breaking point, was it by any means necessary you was gonna just...
No, because that's the case, it'd have been a lot been in there.
Right.
A lot of people wouldn't be successful.
So you still had some type of...
yeah, so I have favoritism. Yes, there's certain things I'm just not gonna do.
Right.
Like if you see my paper, you got people that testify at trial saying, "Oh, he was a hitman for cash money. Oh, he did this." Them people got me and Birdman on the phone talking about this gun had bodies on it. They got me on a wiretap with Bird. He tell me, "Man, meet me at the spot." So when I go to the gas station, I was going to Delgado, the community college at the time. He just give me a box of CDs and T-shirts. The feds interpret that as, "Oh, that's your connect."
Right.
So it's a lot that in my factual basis, they wanted me to plead guilty to invested in cash money. I said, I ain't doing that, so they waived it. So later on, if I wanted to cooperate, they were, man, the federal government don't play, bro, but they had them people's name all throughout my paperwork.
So you done some? You been finished me?
Yeah, was that said because of the $100,000 that was left on the bus?
No.
I'm just asking.
No, but it's just that the government, people go in there, this is how the government works. If you go collaborate, you tell them a bunch of stories, they'll just write it down, put it to the side, and somebody else come and collaborate, they'll go, and now they gonna feel like this true. So when they grab you, we know about this, don't lie to us. You be like, I didn't know about that. So that's how the government build off on you. But no, it's just that they was listening and they wanted baby bad.
Right.
They want that boy bad.
Right. So it was certain. It's like it was certain shit that you was gonna do, but and wasn't gonna do. But you saying, I hear you saying that because that's something a nigga could say if they got options, right? I got this to do, I got this to do, and I still got options. But if a nigga don't have no options, in this one thing, so you saying I'll still be in jail?
Yeah, I wouldn't have did because they was too good to me. Let me show you something else.
That's you saying it, but
I say it. I'm saying it, and I'm standing on it. I'm not about to tell on Bird or Slim. No. So what I'm gonna do is this. Look at right now. Prime example. Had I stayed and waited, been patient, they didn't pass so many laws for life sentence people. Look how the cell warrant soldiers. They had crack, but they had bodies too. They had murders, and they took the life off them. All of them. They home now.
No, no, for sure. I get what you're saying, and not just basically just telling on Bird or Slim, not that. It's just that a lot of niggas have like the only option is to do something they don't want to do.
Right.
Your shit was different. Like you did something that you wanted to do, and it worked. That was the difference.
Yeah, but I would have never went that way because you got to keep in mind, Bird or Slim, I would have played the hard role. They would have got the best lawyer. Now you got to go sit on that pine box.
So that means you just basically on some rat. Is a rat because you just taking that role because basically what you're saying, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that's rat. I'm just saying you saying rat and rat. I wouldn't say that's rat. You know what I'm saying? Because nigga ain't never faced the penalty for what you did.
But this my thing. When you sit down, see this here's this two. It go to the two. How they say the two-edged sword, whatever. Is this? I made the rules. Don't never sit down with people. If you notice this here, in our time, me and MEANA time, because we the same age. In our time, you don't see.
You.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why I wanted to be respectful.
Yeah, I'm older than you.
To my elders, right? So, so you ain't gonna see nobody, Callio, Mel, Magnolia, St. Thomas, no, in the interrogation room. We didn't do that back then.
Right.
You see how you see these rappers and all these gangster dudes, they footage coming out all of a sudden, they in there eating the chicken and going in. None of us did that back then. The street dudes, you ain't got no old footage of no, you know what I'm saying? If you told dude, man, he told on, but that was it.
Hey, damn, bro. My
just got a
mind
big
running
smile.
cause my mind running so far. When you said that, I don't want to use my train of thought some other shit. Cause nigga told me when you was like the footage, and that shit popped in my head. Nigga wanted me to ask you about the picture, not the footage, the picture of the nigga sitting on your lap. Like Uptown Magnolia, niggas don't have no nigga sitting on their lap, but nigga would sit on Gangsta lap. Give you the word, give you the flow, my brother.
Thank you. You think you did something? That's Sterling.
I'm just saying.
That was Sterling, the original Hot Boy.
I'm just saying, niggas, from the comments, people want to know.
But that's old. I went viral for that.
People, that's what they had in the comments.
They just made it to No Rap Cat Podcast. Listen, that was Sterling, the original Hot Boy. Back then, we didn't, like right now, the internet is so full of homophobia.
Right.
These young dudes, what we did back then, like you might see certain dudes in the club, come here, playing them sex game, cussing and playing. Right now, man, what you doing, man, we don't get up. But the crazy part about it is they so homophobia, but they the same one that you would catch in the car getting a little dawn from the boys, sneaking humping them boys.
Going all the way with it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They sneaking doing that for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they doing that stuff out here. I remember I called home.
This nigga stupid.
Not for real, because I called home.
Real talk, though.
Because they said, but these little boys, I said, wow, what they doing? They out there, remember these boys in the opening, you. I said, what? Yeah, so me, the dude had hit me, shout out to Truth Be Told. He hit me and said, hey, can I post? I said, yeah. Because the girl had told, because I had posted that first, she said, take that down. I said, why? She said, because you're going to need that lady that's going to help you go viral when you start going. And she was right.
So you just saying that was cool back then?
Yeah, we never had, ain't nobody from my time.
It was like that no complex shit.
Right, because nobody from my time never commented on saying, so, man, you know, man, we don't do that. It's always the youngsters. If you notice, the majority of my internet beef was with the youngsters.
Right. I just know sitting in the car with my brothers and then it was two. I got two sisters and two brothers and going to the doctor, school, and we boys then. That was a problem that my brother wanted to sit on my lap.
But he wanted to though, right?
I'm just
but
no,
but
not
he
that
wanted
he wanted to, that he had to, because we was in a
right.
small car. But I was against that. I was just saying. So I
it's
can't
a lot
say
of people that still against it too.
I did that.
But it's a lot of people that still against it. But I never said this here, right? There are two more pictures that's on the internet that we in a detour about 20 deep. And you got a dude, he got a name for himself out here. He's sitting on red deceased. You got Dooney, the hot boy Dooney, sitting on, I think, mosquito lap in the detour, in the club. It's two pictures more.
We ain't saying names no more?
No, I won't say the name. Because he might be mad with me. He ain't looked out for him.
Right, real shit.
What's up?
Hey, well, let me get to this, though.
You want me to say his name?
There's no rap cap.
Okay.
Keep hitting the facts, but thought that was all we was doing.
What's up, Ski Boo?
I think it's stupid.
No, for real. Ski Boo in the club.
Because that era was, I'm telling you, it was an era of no complex.
Facts.
You know, I don't know if it was game or whatever people was running. We talked about that before where they was like, I ain't got a complex and all this, and it wasn't looked as homo.
Can't co-sign
Yeah,
that.
it wasn't.
Yeah, because you under us.
Yeah,
but let me
I
just say
just
this here.
can't
But we
co-sign
was
that.
hitting broad. We had a bunch of females. Right as we left out the club, it was females that was rocking with us. We was hitting. We had a bunch of females. It wasn't, when we left out the club, we just left with this us and we had to go to the Rochambeau. Oh, man, you going there first, dog. We wasn't doing that. We had bras, bro. I'm just saying,
look.
bro.
Oh, man. You had something cock me in?
Nah, I'm just saying, I heard a brother say head is head. And I was looking like, I'm
That's
talking
that
about
new generation.
No, that wasn't a new generation.
It was old head say
It was
that?
an old head
He had to
say
be
that.
in Angola before.
But
No,
he
really said that was a Magnolia thing to get me to want to go there. That's what he said, really.
No.
Nah.
Huh?
Not
What that
that.
nigga said that was a
Not-
Magnolia?
no, not that.
Oh, that was the same nigga? Oh.
Why you got this smirk on your face? Who the dude was, man?
Who said it was a Magnolia thing?
No, he talking about the shit that you just said. About the nigga say head is head.
No, that was an older dude that said that.
Where he was
particular
from?
thing.
17?
He was from the tent wall.
Some uptown shit, man.
Oh, he goes down.
But they did have a rumor that the Magnolia dudes fucked with a lot of.
Okay, let's be technical here.
They said that.
Let's be technical.
He
Hold
like
on.
me and we don't say don't talk about New Orleans. Nigga say Magnolia, man. He talking about let's be technical.
I'm just saying how raggedy these streets still is out here. But that's just different. We're gonna talk about that later. These houses and all. So I was like, man,
But
what the
gangster,
world?
even if you didn't participate.
Keep on let me talk. We doing an interview. I'm not gonna be an
All
interview.
right, but I'm asking you a question.
Facts.
This
Even
nigga
though,
being stupid, talking shit, baby.
even though you don't live that type of lifestyle, let's not be blind. We in the same age bracket.
You older than me. We not the same age.
We in the same age bracket.
No, we not.
But what I'm saying is that dudes was like fucked up doing. They had homosexual dudes that was down low dudes in that era as well. Like let's not.
But we
act
didn't
like,
frown on it. We didn't. We saw it. Either we dealt with
Me
it.
just
or
saying
we,
it happened. You say you're front on it, not just saying it happened.
I'm saying like now what I'm saying, but we know because you had Sissy Shannon, Shaky
Brandon,
B, all of them. So we knew, but we they stayed on their side. Or what's up? Who laugh and play, but it wasn't no man. You mess with that, you talk to that, you man. Like now, a lot of these dudes will be on the camera, man. You know, but then later on, come here, treating the boy like a, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
So I'm like, we was more sure about ourselves.
It's more together now. Like
Yeah, you said nigga wouldn't do that today.
No, because right now, you know, with the internet, with these youngsters, it's like, this their world now, so you really got to get in line with them.
Right.
All the old heads, you got to, see, I'm one of them old that know I had my time. This is why I don't like New Orleans. When I come here, I'm a tourist. I'm used to being able to get on the phone, call down, what was going, or call across the river, I'm about to come in the cutoff, I'm about to come over. I don't have that power no more. I don't have the juice.
Yeah, you want you been your age and shit.
You got tourist dude.
You got charges in fact, nigga.
Yeah. Facts, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes when I be in the streets of New Orleans, I can't roam no more. I don't have that power like I used to have.
You joking saying that? Do that affect you somewhat though?
Yeah, because ain't nothing like I'm able to call certain projects, certain hoods. Like me and Charlie Watt was cool after the Night War. I was cool with a lot of dudes for the Night War. So if there's a problem in the 9, I could reach out to certain people. That's how much love and respect I had. If I went to the parish, love, you ain't never heard, think about this, from juvenile to the OPP, you ain't never heard no bad name on me, nobody beat me up, nobody jacked me, nobody extorted me, never.
I don't want to say that that's contradictory, but
You said it.
Because you said at the gate though, I rather this. I don't miss that. I don't want that. I rather this type of love.
No. Well, I was talking about the cash money. I was talking about, but I just said the part when I come here, it's an eerie feeling now because like what I say don't matter no more.
Right.
Like at one time, look,
you
man.
Low. You laid low.
That's what.
Yeah. He know I pull up and talk to him.
It wasn't low like
Fact.
Fuck with that little bit.
That was much more cooler.
I've always been cool, man.
I was always cool. And
Big fact. I was respectful.
respectful you were.
I've never like, bro.
We had straight too. I mean,
Oh yeah, they had. That's why I ain't never downplayed. They had some gangsters with them.
talk your shit, that.
Yeah, they had. He humble.
Talk your shit.
Fact.
My nigga that had straight too.
But let me just say this. I would never. You notice when I got on the internet, I
when
never
me and
told.
leave, we gonna say, you know it's out.
You know.
Yeah,
So
you know it's out,
all
man.
I'm saying is,
Man,
yeah.
strip, man.
You notice I never told that story till MEANA spoke on it.
That's real.
So there's a lot of stories I don't talk about certain stuff.
I spoke on it because you spoke on it wrongly.
I didn't want to bring.
That's what happened.
You spoke on it
That's
wrong.
But I didn't say him though. But what I'm saying, yeah, I spoke.
You said I pull up on one of the dudes from Partners in Crime.
I ain't say MEANA.
So what?
Nigga.
Rap. He wanted the internet beef with me.
No.
And you wanted to help
Because
him.
I'm just saying, nigga,
You look at it.
nigga do. I had to go in there for
Gas
my
the
nigga.
instigator.
I told him the
Because
story
that's my
already.
dog. But at the same time, it was right. Nigga knew what you was
What
saying.
happened? You remember that day? Can you replay that day for us?
He told me, you know.
Told me again. Told me
You pull over.
what I was in.
The
Lexus. I was in something far.
Yeah, he was in the Lexus, and you pull over by the. We was on Bird and Calapista.
He remember the street and everything.
Yeah, we was living
Vividly.
there. Me and Kanga was living there, and you came and you said, "Say, bro, you know what I'm saying? You know, we had just left Big Boy Records,
You ain't got. We won't know me and you.
and you said, say, bro, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, you know, need to, you know, want y'all just chill out with the stuff with B, bro. You know, Beatrice, you know what I'm saying? You on one right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know what I'm saying? You do what you want, but you know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, at the end of the day, bro, kind of let that shit
Mellow
like,
with it.
like die out.
Yeah,
It was
you
like
can't
the
run out
calm
a
before the
bullet.
storm.
It was
See,
respect.
look how he did
I felt like
downplay. It was-
I felt like you was forewarning me of something. See, we had left our powerhouse. You know what I'm saying? Because Chuck was
Yeah,
like,
That's when they called
Yeah,
it. That's when they called it. Cripple that. They
Chuck-
called it when they crippled my nigga.
Yeah,
Huh?
when I left the label and I ain't have that same backing, then you know what I'm saying, it was almost like, oh, them niggas not over there no more. And you know whatever was gonna go on. But Gangsta had enough respect to come say, look, bro, why don't y'all just chill out?
Why I'm from the
Why you
17.
did
He was
that?
from
No, but
Birmingham.
solely off of that.
Because I
I'm from
always,
the 17.
He always mess with me though.
And I always had respect for them. Like I always respected them. I'm gonna do like because my people got to be. I'm gonna try to nip it in the bud first.
But did you? You was the type of nigga that I'm riding with a nigga wrong or right?
Yeah, I always
how
been
you-
like that, right? But I was one of the ones. Like it's like that's a jail rule. If my homie right around, I ride with
I
him.
got a question for you. So when you said what you said, look, bro, we're gonna do a concert, get them boys in the concert, and blah. What was that said? And then listen, was that said? Listen, what I'm saying. Was that said? And then I got forewarned about it because you know that it was up.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like it was.
Yeah.
I just trying to make sure that that's what I thought it was.
Oh, so you did that? All right.
I felt like
that
it
make
was
a little,
love.
That make
That's
it
what
a
I
little
always
different
felt like it
because
was.
you did that after. Are you just saying that? Or you really remember?
I remember. Listen, I'm born and raised in Gertown. Kango and Prime, me and Prime went to Daniel Elementary School together.
Right. Hey, this had stemmed from when we was talking when I had asked you if your phone being tapped. Ooh, you was like, nah, cause you don't know what that was. Mm-hmm. And that had stemmed from we had the Ripper, right? Mm-hmm. And he was telling the story about you had told on him, whoa. Mm-hmm. And then you had back door and said, yeah, but that ain't the whole story. I only told on him because so he could get the 5 years. He ain't saying that. But nigga was making the point to disagree with that, to be like, if you wouldn't have told on me, you wouldn't have to do that. You see what I'm saying? So was that the case?
Well, in his case, yeah, that
No,
would be
I'm
the
saying,
case.
was that the case that you wouldn't have to do anything for me to get less time if you ain't get me in this situation from the gate? Is that the case?
I didn't get him in the situation. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
No, that's not the case. What I'm telling, and I ain't never benefited. Right now, today, let me tell you
That's the confusion, huh, brother? Like,
right. Well, I'm here to defend my honor.
Go ahead.
So I reached out to Sterling cousin the other day because Sterling mother's mad with me today about that situation.
Right.
I say, what's up with Miss such and such? Oh, she can't stand you because she said you got on stand and said Sterling was a killer and he was known to tow choppers and you helped that boy get out of jail. I said, well, can you call that? Can I talk to her? Because she don't know the story behind that. I say, she said, well, I'm going to call on three-way. I said, no, don't call on three-way. Call her, and if it's okay, give me her number, call back. She never called me back. So that means his mother's still holding that grudge saying, you helped this man who killed my son get out of jail. So my thing always been, you don't want them situated how you say, you know what, man, I should have went on and got you the death penalty. That's how I be feeling sometimes. Be like, you know, because sometimes people be feeling ungrateful. But if you look at my wiretap phone conversation, he in jail, him and Hot and Blabber was fussing while the phone tapped. And Hot say, he said, man, Gangsta said that was over. Hot said, no, you killed Sterling. Well, all right. You agreeing, all right, he's saying you.
That land him in the
So with you making a statement, that's not considered writing?
Yeah, I never say no, that no, that
Nigga
ain't.
was just saying the details of
Right, yeah.
how
So
it
I
went.
never,
Right,
but I don't think I'd be like, he learned this internet now and he be lying. Just go in and say, okay, yeah, I killed the real one, and that's what it is. But he got to go in detail, get scripted with it, and you notice he waited so long till he studied me and studied stuff, and then he added his story to it. But if you go back and listen to all his interviews, he done lied. We met here. I had a chopper on me. I asked you with that. Ain't no stepper gonna ask another killer you with that. And you got him down bad right now?
Well, nah. See, all that shit right there is up in the air. But more.
That boy's in the air. No, it ain't no more. Ain't in the air no more.
Well, basically.
That air didn't clear. That smoke didn't clear.
All right. Well.
First of all, I wasn't gonna come in and talk about him at all. I didn't want to give him no airtime.
I know, but
because I'm making him famous.
But we had to get to the facts.
No, we didn't.
You said you wanted to bring bananas here.
Yeah, but you must say, man, we ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah, but you say we
and
have to.
went right back to that. Yeah, because I want to.
I want to say this: the facts about.
I did want to bring them banana.
If a nigga about the Piccadilly shit, like how the person gonna know I'm going somewhere if you the only person that know I'm going somewhere? That's what I want.
First of all, he lying about the pick. That's another thing. So here's my thing. So you telling me, if I say, okay, meet me at Piccadilly's, and then you say you get there, all the police there, so you spot the police before they spot you. So you make it out, you get away, right? Right after this situation, I seen him on a side street right around the corner from where Club 49 used to be. Remember that bar, that club that was on that back street back there, right across from that school? It had the bridge under this way. It's a duck-off club back in the day. It was an old bar-like club. Well, on that side street, I don't know if that's Stallion.
Not 49, though. Huh?
No, Club 49, like Club 49 is sit on this corner.
Right.
You come down this block, and you can see the Melf, that's Short Street, but you turn right like you're going towards, so that's LaSalle or Sound Boulevard. You go like they got a payphone right there. I was in Stone Green Cutlets, and I pull up, and he had his back turned on the phone, and I dropped the window, and I blew the horn. He turned around, and I pulled off. So if I called the police on you for Piccadilly's, how you chunk me to what's happening when I see you on the payphone? And then right after that, Hot tricked Blabber to bring him in the mouth spot him on another payphone, and add it out. He got away.
Right.
It just, bro.
Was it times that a lot of times that a nigga was doing all that shit and a nigga was like taking their chance, like just.
Yeah,
some days I don't have no tools. Sometimes some days I just ain't fucking
but
with
and then let me tell you what's crazy. So what I was doing just setting him up for the kill. It was like, okay, he come, gang said that's over with. So then you say you follow me, we did all this, and you called me that. I told you, yeah, I'm messing with that. But then later on, I see you on the payphone and tell you what's up, and you chunk the deuces back. So it ain't all. It ain't.
No, I get that.
You know what I'm saying? So I be like, man. But I say the internet love lies, and it's good stories.
Well, with you being as active as you was, with catching him with his back turned at the payphone, why you just didn't?
That's what I just told you. We in broad daylight just to make them comfortable.
It's broad daylight.
Yeah, but it wasn't that. You know, we still black and broad daylight. But me and Hot had a bet who was gonna get him first. And I was one of the ones. I don't like to do no drive-bys. I don't like to jump out and chase them. I wanted this get out, take my time, and make love to you.
But fast forward to the Ville. That's what I was getting at. Fast forward to the Ville.
Or when I ran with the gun.
What I'm saying is, was it? If a nigga was, what I'm saying is, if a nigga was living how they was living, was it days that you was like outweighing your options that I'm just ain't fucking with no gun today. I'm
And
just
plenty
ain't
of time
right.
I didn't have. Let me tell you something. I had a colostomy bag, right?
I saw you with that on in charity.
Yeah, so my colostomy bag would blow up, and you would think I was strapped. Plenty of time I wouldn't have a gun on me, bro. Because the police know they had a meeting in the caddy. The police ran the call to me, and the police said, "Listen, I don't care what y'all do. Y'all kill gangsters. Y'all gonna kill each other, but y'all better not shoot none of these children." So it was plenty of time I didn't have. Because I'd be like, dude, I always thought, I got shot each time in the Magnolia because I thought people were scared to come in my project to shoot me. And I got hit, each time I got hit in the Noya, I got caught slipping. I ain't had no gun. Each time.
Right. Because you saying the people.
Yeah, because I'm thinking that I done built up enough reputation that people scared.
You ain't gonna try me like that.
Right, but then I realized later on that there's gangsters everywhere, every project. Our whole city full of gangsters. You can't give me one dude to say they ran our whole city. That's impossible. There's too many killers everywhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I had in my sick mind, ain't nobody gonna come in this Noya. Each time I got shot, it was at the Noya or right across the street from the Noya.
What's the percentage of the gangsters that you know and you talking about that go to jail and they not dead?
Oh, it's a lot of them. It's a lot of them get to jail and change up. It's a lot of them because you gotta keep in mind that gun making them a gangster. Or their money. Or their money making them a gangster. I done seen plenty of them get in jail, can't fight. Plenty of them get in jail, turn boy.
Do that mean a nigga was a gangster?
Yeah, because I was just telling you, I was having a talk with the artist T-shirt from out here.
Well, that's false courage.
Well, that may be, but here's the thing. It's because there's a difference. Because I know a person who was a full-fledged homosexual in Angola, but when he come home, he was a hitman. And,
afterwards?
Yeah, and people were scared and wouldn't play with him. This was a known fact. All the old killers, all the old people in the old school know who I'm talking about. But they wouldn't play with him. And his name, listen, if I told you, you'd be like, what? No, you lying.
That's crazy because you said that equate to the same thing as a rat.
But they respect. That's what I'm trying to tell you, how people are showed a favor to. That's why I use those scenarios. But this person, I'm going to tell y'all when the cameras go off, and y'all going to be like, I don't believe that. But then you just ask some of your old heads and know people who be like, whoa. Yeah, I know this is a fact.
Facts.
Nah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so
You knew Terry Fountainberry?
yeah,
You ain't never had no run-ins with him?
no.
I'm just asking, like, because I know he had a name, like, you know what
No,
I'm
I
saying?
know,
Yeah.
but he was a gangster. He was a G.
Yeah, I'm just asking.
Yeah, Terry
You know, because
Fountainberry.
people don't speak. There's certain gangsters in the city I never hear people speak on. So
Let me tell you,
know
I
what
don't speak on Gertown. I'm born and raised there, but I don't speak on Gertown because that's not my, like, I know Sweet Pea.
Sweet Pea.
Sweet Pea gave me some work before Randy. Terry Bagneri.
Terry McNaris.
Yeah.
The black Terry. Out of Hollywood.
I was in the max security with him. So I know a lot of people from back there. But certain stuff, I'll just be like, dang.
Right.
Because I ran all through there. I'm all over the city.
Yeah, I've just heard you speak a lot of stories, you know, on your channel where you be like telling stories about particular
Remember Jose?
people. Yeah, Jose with the, who got
Good,
killed.
yeah. I know stories on, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We used to be at Big Time Tips, Ghost Town, Black Magic.
What was your relationship with T, Cat?
That was my brother. Cat, we used to call him the devil's driver because every time Cat left Gertown and came in that Noya, one of his cars was getting shot up or we was getting active in one of his cars. So when Cat got that truck with the rim, with the TV had fall out, he was one of the first one.
That flip down,
He
yeah.
pulled up in the Noya and he stopped. You know he had that serious look, right? I said, ooh, I'm thinking he couldn't even go ride. So I got happy, ran to the car. He pulled off. Because in his mind, you ain't about to get this shot up. But Cat, that was my brother.
Yeah, that was my dude too.
Yeah, man. He always just say, I'm the only cat running with these hounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, big fact. Come on,
And when
man.
you were saying like, once a nigga do that, the morals gone, right? So on the street, is it more people that don't fuck with a nigga, for his right because of their morals, or it's more people that don't fuck with you because I'm worried about how MEANA gonna look at me from fucking with you.
Right there. That one there. People don't care about the morals and principles stuff. No, that's just a word now. People more social media.
You fucking up.
That's just how it is.
Changing it up on me.
That's what I do, because you gotta understand this.
Nah, real shit. Go ahead,
It's real stuff, y'all. I'm gonna change. That's what I do. Is certain circumstances. That's how stuff the gang go. Certain situations, certain circumstances, fit certain situations.
Right, things change in different situations.
Right. Whatever applied to you might not apply to me. So what I'm saying is this: if you told, and you from across the river, so certain people we ain't gonna trip. But because I used to be stunned, flamboyant, throwing money out the sunroof, coming with the whips with my picture all on there, or they gonna internet persecute,
yeah,
right. They gonna dog me. That's what I'm saying. But it's all the same, but it's in jail. So dude might be like, oh yeah, that's suspect, man, he hot. But in jail, if you got a name, oh, he ratty, they gonna talk about that. But the little one who just might have sold a few crack rocks or who in there for a little petty misdemeanor, they gonna man.
You been running with Diesel since he been out. Y'all jammed. When Diesel talking to you, when y'all alone, just you and him, is he telling you and talking to you like he getting a feeling that you not getting by him doing that much time keeping it silent and you woo?
We never talked about snitching to cooperate. That's what I love, respect about Diesel. He mind his business. Diesel's under the old law. The old law was mind my business. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't care. I know. I'm aware. I know what you did. I know who you are. So I know how to be careful around you. But when me and Diesel together behind closed doors, we thinking about the next podcast, the next few months, the dollars we can make. We talk about YouTube stuff. We never talk about my personals. The same way Diesel is on camera, that's how he is in person. So you be in your mind, if you was thinking about that, he wasn't the one, he'll have you thinking like, is he trying to bring me a move or he thinking of, because Diesel just calm, cool, laid back. He ain't talking about nothing. He just following suit. If I be like, Diesel, come on, we about to go ride Papa. All right, homie, let's go. So Diesel just be chilling. He just follow suit without telling him, we got to, all right. He bring his daughters with him and he just happy. But we don't never talk about jail stuff.
Are you and Diesel back, on the same level y'all was prior to, when he first came on, according to, what I saw on your page about, the phone recording?
Yeah, we discussed that, and I showed him, I showed him on the interview the button that you press. That's on them new. Matter of fact, I was telling him about it.
I just seen that. Yeah,
it's on them new phones where if you could be talking and they're gonna say your phone, now I'll be recording. I said, whoa.
That bit was low though. I couldn't really hear that bit.
Yeah, but you could hear it. But if you in person,
for it.
But when I saw him speak, I kind of felt his side of it as well because he was like, man, I don't know nothing about no phone or how to use no phone.
That's why I clarified. I say, listen, I'm not saying it's you. I said who was around you. I said, because, just like how that dude interview, how you feel about Gangsta saying you wearing wires on YouTube, you being a YouTube and phone. I never did respect that man like that.
Right.
So the dude was trying to start an internet beef. Right. He's, okay, Gangsta, no, I wasn't going to go there with Diesel. Yeah. Because that's why I always tell people, once I make up with you online, I'm not about to go back and beef with you again. That's fake. Because I really be talking to the at-risk youth. Right. And just like a lot of my ops on the street and online start following that suit. They talking to at-risk youth, they doing all this stuff too. So I'm not about to beef with you online. We dissing each other, and then we come back, we cool, and then go back. No, because them children gonna look at that. So I don't do that.
With Bird saying that you only have 5 minutes, I'm just being honest.
No, I just laugh about that because I know he be mad, punch in the air.
Well, what you doing with your career now? Like, you know what I'm saying? The things that you're doing now, like, you know what I'm saying? Like how you look at that, like, with him saying you only, because was you nervous? That's the real question I want to know. When he told you, with him being out here in the industry, understanding this, how this industry work, and he telling you you're only gonna get your little 5 minutes or something, was you kind of like concerned about that, thinking like what I got to do next, or you know what I'm saying, or you were just like I'm gonna milk this 5 and see how far I can take it?
No. See, what happened was I had that conversation with him. This before all that. I said, I was telling him my plans. Like, yo, I'm going to try to get an interview. He was like, yeah, go ahead do the interview, man. 'Cause after that, ain't nobody going to hear it. Go until the 5 minutes. He told me that. I was at work.
Okay.
I was working for NFI at this warehouse, the Colgate place. So I was at work when he dropped it on me. So in my mind, I was like, all right, get the little 5 minutes, give me a little 5 minutes, give me a few dollars, I'm out the way. I didn't think that this was going to catch legs and grow up to be an adult. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, he was out here, and I'm like, okay, well, he know the industry. But I'm one of them people, when you tell me something, like, I don't believe you, I got to see this. Right. I think you lying.
Right.
And
yeah, prove them different on that.
Big facts. Can he facts for me?
Hey, listen. Listen,
he
bro.
had a point. That was a good. Go ahead.
Listen, all them people you say this shit would be different if a nigga would have came home the right way. But fast forward to now, who would you want to sit down with if it was only one?
BG.
BG?
I love him, BG. That's how. 2 people.
No, it's one.
Oh, all right. Well, BG.
And why?
Because he could relate, and me and him really hung together. And with him being at his age, coming home, doing what he's doing, still standing on it when a lot of odds against him, I want to sit down with him and just get into the mind of Christopher.
In the content world, YouTube, that'll be the best person. Out of all them people, that'll be the best person from what you do.
Yeah, I think. Because because if you think about the internet message, they love street stuff. They want to hear street stories. So me and him be the.
Yeah. So I saying that, I'm saying booby. That's what I thought you would say, because you just said the street shit, and I'm like booby, then I'm like that should have. I thought that would have been a main person.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
The booby would be a good one.
But yeah. I gotta stick with BG. Can I take it back? Cause no, Booby, he got the energy, he got the reputation, and I used to be scared of him at one time. So yeah, that would be an outstanding one. Yeah.
It's going dumb.
Yeah, it's gonna go crazy. Cause his energy.
I think that's some real man shit right there to say, you know what I'm saying, I had fear of somebody, because like men be too egotistical to say, I had a little fear of him at a certain time.
Yeah, man, Booby was let me tell you, we was upstairs, we cut clay, they would beat the boy up. So they say, I didn't know Booby. They say, stop, Booby coming. I'm like, who is? They see the skinny, black, little ugly tweed bird come up there, what's going on, me, monkey? I'm just looking at him, I ain't say nothing, right? Because they already had got skates, I'm gonna leave him alone too. so when we was around Green, I got my polo jacket, I'm standing next to Claudia B. Booby come, he beat a dude up in the middle of the street, he had a light blue jacket with that little sheep collar, and we stomped him and took the jacket from him, and then walk over by me and Claudia B. Said, what side that is? Grab him.
Claudia B is August?
Yeah. No, that's August's little brother. He the youngest one.
Larry?
Larry got, right. Is Larry the older one who got
they
killed?
Got Larry, David, and August.
David, that's Claudia B. That's what we call Claudia B. David.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
He didn't have that name when I was in the
because we named him after his mama. He looked like his mother.
Right.
Yeah, Claudia B. So me and David, who standing next to each other, and Booby walk up, what side jacket it is? Because I got the polo, the fresh low. Claudia said, no, he with us. I'm like, what are you talking about with the side jacket? I'm just saying to myself, I ain't saying to him, right? Then another time, this girl, Patrice, was in the same, she was red, pretty, that was Booby girlfriend. Me and her were just classmates. We was in like an elementary school together. And I'm walking by there at the bus stop, she like, hey, Terrance, I'm like, hey, what's up, Patrice? And I'm walking, I hear him, I robbed that old PAN. I said, what's wrong with you, dude, man? Always bother me. So when I go to juvenile jail, he had him went AWOL or whatever, so he was like an old timer, like, the big homie. So they had him separated from on the step. He had a bunch of pictures, but he remembered from the street. So what's up, no? Come here, let me see pictures of the dude. Oh, that's your homie. That's my homeboy, woo, woo. And then when we got out of jail, then now when we growed up, like 93 now, 93 things changing now. I'm big dog now. 94, like, look, boo big, go.
How is changing, like, in depth, like?
Because he recognized the work I had to put in. And it was like, you ain't about to sell him the smart remarks you was doing and all that disrespect, that's over with. All right? That's enough of it. So now for real, so he started respecting my gangster. Real talk.
On a situation, I know you said you didn't really want to talk about dude, but
why you bringing it up?
No, because it's like something I want to know.
All right.
So he said something that kind of, I just got to ask you this question. He said that you came home saying that you helped the people, find some clarity to 40 murders or something like that. He said, but then the reputation changed to you being, I committed 40 murders. You're like, which one is it?
Okay, now let me say this
I
here.
wanted to know.
All right. So let me just say this here.
Oh man.
Let me say this now.
That big
Show
got
me.
good memory. That big got good memory.
Yeah, he ain't got no good memory. He been waiting. Let me say this here. Show me a video. Show me a video where I said I personally committed 40 homicides, and I'm gonna give y'all my YouTube channel. Wallahi.
Well, listen.
Wallahi.
All right. Well, give me the channel.
Facts.
Give me the channel. Because when you said with the mob boss, and he said he committed 20,
19.
19, and then you
I committed 40.
40.
No, I never. Listen to me.
Nah,
I'm
that's
gonna
some
say this
OG
again.
shit.
First of all, that
He said it or you said it?
He said it. He said because that's what because Boosie said, "Oh, he the Black Salmon Bull." Boosie said that.
Yeah,
He said that,
right.
right? Because it's all come from Vlad. That's where it all stemmed from.
Right.
When I was telling him, I said, "Yeah," and Bourbon the man with me because I spoke on some homicides. That's where that stemmed from. So when people start saying it, I never wanted to kill it because I was like, okay, I'm learning this internet. I know people love the rumors. Let it get laid. Let it run. Let it run. But then I came with the paper. I said, here. I said, I confess to 40 homicides. And I always tell people, meaning what Sterling did.
Yeah.
Look at the video. Prime example. Here go the proof right here. You got Hot Bezo. You got BG in the car with the paperwork. Man, he telling on the dead. Where they do that at?
Right.
They got the paperwork right there.
Right.
So that was part of, they got the paperwork.
Right.
Talking about the murder Sterling did. So, but he one of the ones too that started the rumor or said, what's this, and it sound good when you saying it right there and there, but then you can't go put up the proof where I say, yeah, I did them all 40. No, I was either there or participated.
But when Sammy the Bull said it,
I just told you, Sam Bush said what he wants. I can't hear a killer.
you just was like,
All right, well, yeah, I'm not gonna stop the rumor because what I just said, I want the rumor to keep going.
all right. I just
But
You
when
gotta
people-
admit that
I
you
was-
cap.
Yeah, well, so when people bring it up, I correct it on the spot.
Yeah.
But I did cap.
No, I didn't say I did. I just let him go.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, but I did cap though. Say, okay. Where did I cap at?
You agreed.
But I didn't
He
cap.
said,
Listen.
I did 19. You did 40. You went.
Now see how he did that? Hit the stop the cap. So you see, I said
No. I said he said.
Hit the stop the
I
cap.
said I did 19. Cap. No. I said he said I did 19.
But first you said I
you
said-
did 40.
Nina, first you say I said
Well,
don't edit this.
I take it back.
No, I don't take nothing back. No. So scratch it back, take it back. That what you
No,
want?
this is what I want to
Scratch
say you
that, my
did.
nigga.
This is what you did.
Uh-huh.
If you didn't say it. He said.
So I put
did
it, stop him
19,
right then and there?
You did 40, and you went. What that?
What I'm saying, I supposed to stop him right? No,
You
Sammy.
probably be like, I ain't did
No,
40.
Right, you put this down. What you
No,
mean?
You
no,
let him
hold on. So y'all mean
You
to
let
tell
him
me?
sell that. They were like, man, you a serial killer.
I can't believe you said that. I'm putting this down. You fucking
Yeah,
right.
no, I'm not gonna stick. Cause here's the thing: I'm in the internet. I'm playing for the internet. That's what we do out here. Not
Charleston
y'all,
White.
huh?
You had Charles. That was a Charleston White moment.
No,
Big
I
dog.
get it.
Shout out to Charleston White.
I get
Shout out
it
to
for
Charleston
sure.
White.
Yeah.
I'm doing the
I'm
same
not-
thing, but
yeah.
I'm sorry. But
That
I
way
ain't
with the
doing so,
business.
guys. You say different
That nigga
shit.
said, but I ain't do it. That nigga said,
I
but I ain't do it. So it's on
Yeah,
you.
yeah. So all right, well, I hear you, bro. That's what you want. All right. What up? You did? I ain't about to
Oh, this nigga stupid.
keep that. Cause listen, think about this here. Look how long I run out of head just off hood stuff.
Facts.
Look how long a run. And let me tell you why I laugh so much and I enjoy this. Because I know it's a handful of people in New Orleans that hate me, can't stand my guts, and they wait for me to fall, but I just keep coming with more stuff. Whatever God got for you, you're gonna get it. If you don't, you're not.
You think a person really can hate you that don't know you though? That
Yeah.
really can hate you?
That's what
And they
Tito. Don't know me from a can of paint. And I'm like, look, boy, I'm supposed to be your father. Hate me.
I don't think he really hates you.
Yeah, he hate me because he don't know me. He with the you B word, you
But you said he be DMing you. I don't think they gonna hate you. Gonna DM you.
yeah, because guess what? As soon as if I talk to them, they're gonna record it. I done learned they're gonna record it and give it to their buddies. Look at this, I told you he fake. So I be telling myself, what this boy infatuated with me about? Why is he always talking about me? Why he worrying about me and I'm before your time?
You're in the
I know your
algorithm.
uncles.
You're in the
Big
algorithm.
facts.
Facts.
But I'm just saying, but for to be in my DM or to come at me and be comparing, bro, you was in the streets. So he was beefing with the know you. Talk about your era, your time. Why you ain't focusing on the Calio? This dude's out the Calio that cooperated the government, big names. He don't never say nothing about them. But, hey, man, I'm the people champ.
Hey, like you said about me asked you about the 5 minute shit, right? And you say like you would laugh because you like, man, it's way longer than that. I'm doing my shit. So
I ain't say that, but go ahead.
In the midst of you doing your shit, like what the goal is? The
I wanna
5
get-
minutes keep turning over.
My goal is I want to get on my Tyler Perry and 50 Cent. I want to retire from YouTube and start doing movies.
You serious about the movies?
Yeah.
Because I thought that was cap.
He always wait for the perfect time to try to hit me with one.
No,
bro.
I just thought it was.
Why? Why'd you thought it was?
Because I never had saw. Oh, I did see one. I did see
My
one.
reality show.
Yeah, that boy had a whole little.
Yeah, it was a little movie, like a small movie. It wasn't a reality show.
There was a reality show.
That was
That's
part
what it
of his
was.
slogan at the end when he get on YouTube.
Say, bro.
That and what else he used to be saying? They need a stir warrant.
Yeah, bro.
He
That's
said
my.
they need
That's
a stir
my.
warrant in 10 months.
So yeah, you know, but I was
they need a stir warrant, man.
But I always heard you say, you know what I'm saying? I got the movie coming out. The boys had Wall. Them boys had Wall.
Oh shit!
The other side of Cornell and you know what I'm saying?
I ain't say nothing about the other side.
Yeah, about 10 movies. Life After Birdman. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of them. Like, I'm
Nigga
like,
said the other side
when
of
I'ma see
Canal.
one?
God damn, my nigga.
You just say you saw one.
I did. I know. I did.
I
see-
did.
Oh, Malahi, nigga, stop lying, bro. Stop playing, nigga.
Let me see.
Man, you ain't cool right now.
That's
That don't say my number because people gonna
I
be
ain't gonna
calling.
say the number.
They gonna be calling me. Let me tell you something. Nah, for real. So that's why I laugh
I see
and
where
I.
you're going.
Let me tell you something, bro. Because this dude had me when I first got on YouTube. Nino say he had a bunch of money. I make $15,000. He said, go to that little $500 YouTube check. At that time, I was at $1,200. I said, what are you talking about? I ain't no $500. I said, them people ain't gonna pay me. Because I'm thinking he know what he was talking about, right? So that's a lot of stuff that they was hitting me with. They was capping. But because I learned now, once you become an influencer and you get a follower, you can say what you want to say.
Right.
But I've been burping. Not just eating off YouTube, I've been burping.
Right. And you didn't change. I see you've been going on like your little runs, like the interview people.
Yeah,
and shit,
man.
change it up a little bit.
You know, give me a few dollars, give me that. All that count.
Right. And then it's crazy that you say that because you referred to Charles and White, and he was a nigga that said that same shit. I tell these stupid motherfuckers this is a character. You still gonna pay me. I'm telling them this is what I'm doing.
And they still
But I
bite.
guess that's what it is.
It's entertaining, bro.
But you understand
That's
that
crazy.
people have short attention span too out here. They remember when in the moment, but once that's over with, because there's always something happening in the world. Like you could go viral today and people be Mr. Mean, then tomorrow I go viral, they're gonna forget about your story, on to the next.
Right.
And
Right.
that's just how, but you see it, that's how he been so successful in the game. Going at them rappers, going at exposing a lot of these gangster rappers.
Right. When like you be saying even if it's dude that you turned on to you turned them on to us, it's just regular dudes. When you tell them about YouTube to getting out in jail, you telling them with the thoughts of they gonna do exactly what you did, because that's really not the case.
Right. No, I tell them, show them that there is money you can make on YouTube. Cause see, without cash money, the high boy, I don't have no story. So, but I know for a fact there's money you can make. I know you can make more money working at Mickey D's or Popeyes if you get and you got to add some lies, you got to do a little capping. But I know you can make you some money on YouTube, because I learned this about YouTube too. People don't like the truth. When you tell the truth, I don't want to hear that. But if you cook up a good lie, they bite and they're gonna run with that.
I think you surpassed the Cash Money story though. Like I think people done bought into
Nah, fact.
your personality, your character.
The antics.
You know what I'm saying? The antics, the whole nine. And I think that your intelligence, all that, because you share all that in a mix. You know what I'm saying? I think you tell good street stories without cursing. It's like an art that you have created. Like, and I just think people, you know what I'm saying, really
They cling to that. That's
yeah.
true. That's true. I go with that. But you gotta keep in mind, without take cash money, and I ain't got nothing.
That's how you. That's what started.
Right.
it.
That's what I'm saying.
But what I say, I think you have surpassed that now because people have bought into you, the
Me,
person.
right. But I'm saying my stepping stone was that.
Right.
So without that, I'm just a regular dude trying to.
That's what make it be difficult for new guys to come out and
Yeah.
try to do the same thing that you did
True.
because of what you came off of. But I'm just saying where you at now. Some people see you for where you at right now, and they feel like, fuck, I can tell
go
a
try it,
story.
right.
I can do, but not knowing that they have a lot of meat and potatoes around.
And
that
a lot of them
story.
get
Yeah,
frustrated too.
right.
Me, they be hitting me up, man. OG, give you help. Man, bro, listen, I'm gonna put you in my community page. Now I
I
got
think
you.
that's a good thing to say, but I think that's more to the world. I think, like you said, the Cash Money shit. I think that's more to the world, bro. Because growing up in the neighborhood, I remember growing up in Mary Poppins and shit.
Shout out to Mary Poppins.
It wasn't no
You from
cash
Mary
money.
Poppins?
It wasn't no cash money attachment. You know what I'm saying? Niggas just hearing gangster for street shit.
Yeah, shout out to Demi.
So I would say that Cash Money shit just some shit for the world to know you. But in New Orleans, it was no cash money attachment.
Yeah, that's a fact. Shout out to Lil Vamp. I used to be all in Mary Poppins. I went to jail coming out of Mary Poppins. Got caught with a 45, me and my cousin Lil Vamp.
Right.
Went to the jail. They don't let you have, if you got a blue or red, they give me that. Take your shoestrings and all that.
I just know if it was if the Cash Money stories, you wouldn't have heard them. You know what I'm saying? But I think that you have, like I said, you have surpassed that part of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, you know what I'm saying? Right now, people buy into you for the personality, the intelligence, you know what I'm saying?
OG Giggity,
Yeah.
people champ.
Yeah, that
But I gotta
whole-
rock that
whole-
Cash Money though, bro. I got jackets for sale, but what you say?
I like that jacket. I don't know where you get it from, but I like that
You
jacket.
don't need to know where I get it from, but I got it.
Facts.
That nigga was a Walmart junkie when he
Man,
first came home. He switched it to Amazon.
No, but let me tell my mama come tell me yesterday. She come in the room, Terrance. I said, yes, ma'am. We got to go to Costco. Something like, okay. I said, she said, no. She just say they. She said they boycott Walmart because they voted for Trump.
Yeah.
I said, Mom, I'm ready to go to Walmart. You and everybody else. I ain't about to be boycotting no Walmart. That's why they were. You tripping. She just laughed and walked off. She come tell me what the family member, everybody else saying.
You had fuck with the snow?
Yeah. Because, you know what, let me just say this too. I want to touch on that because I seen two people with a voice going, oh, y'all, we have never seen that kind of... Yeah, him and B-Roll.
Oh, all right.
B-Roll went off. But I was like, we have never seen... I understand what Pete Carroll was talking about the children part.
You said y'all would get sick.
I'm going to give a fuck. We going to be sick. This
That's
bitch
what I'm
one
saying.
of a lifetime.
Right, we never seen that. So that was... Because when I was at U.S. People Query, it was 5 up from Louisiana and it snowed up there. And we was on a rec yard making snowball, Big Jerry out of Gertown, all of us was up there. People looked at it like we was crazy. But we from New Orleans, we never saw that kind of snow. We got snowball, we making, we had fun in the penitentiary. Right. We was the only fools out there at the rec yard. Everybody was on the inside looking at it, but we had never seen it. So when it happened here in the city, I'm like, man, I was had people making the video, people was enjoying themselves. Right. And I was like, man, that's crazy. You make the video because the people, let them people mind your business.
Right. I thought you was on the side of one of them woke niggas. That's fake snow and all that shit.
No, boy, I want to die down here and stuff. I want to come play too.
Facts.
Yeah, bro.
Facts.
I was happy to see my people enjoying themselves. So many people sending me, I was on Instagram looking at people doing, first I was like, I thought it was one girl. Shout out to Tamika, Lavish Lens. I saw her, I thought it was her. Then I saw somebody else. I said, what the? Then I said, oh, it must was a singer that sung in the snow. So there was.
Everybody was walking around.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was enjoying seeing my people.
You didn't know why they was doing it at first.
Yeah, I was
it
just
was
thinking,
late now.
yeah, I was like, what the? I said, oh, I called on late. You know what I'm saying? So, boy, I was just happy to see my people was enjoying that, bro. Right. And I was, the main thing I was looking at that they didn't point out, I ain't hear it now. Nobody didn't get killed. Nobody didn't take the snow for advantage to go.
I didn't hear no.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm looking at that. So, whenever we have something going on and somebody do something bad, they cover that. But now when somebody do something good and nothing bad happened, they still covering.
Right.
Like, man, be happy that everybody.
If I was on tables,
They find a negative
hooked up to something going.
I post that. It had that get the gag. I said, okay. I had repost that joke. I'm like, okay, y'all cut up down there. Because I was like, I'm born and raised there, so my people having fun.
Right.
That's how I looked at it.
It was the enjoyment more just looking at other people.
Facts, and I was all on Instagram.
Yeah.
Cut up all of everybody, so I was loving that moment, bro. But everybody got their own opinion, but I was just happy that no violence didn't happen that I'm aware of that they didn't cover. You know what I'm saying? Then, shout out to Monster, the governor. I got to holler at my boy. Monster said, I'm a man, I'm a handler, I'm a straighten that.
Yeah.
When I see you.
Monster, you owe me an apologize. But anyway,
Monster was beefing with you for a minute?
No. He was at Cash Money. I just started messing with it because I didn't know who he was. You know, I'm like Johnny come later. I found out who everybody is later.
Huh?
Yeah, Jubilee people. So when he was like, Cash Money, I'm the governor.
Monster with the Fed, right?
Monster with the Fed, right. Yeah, he had Jubilee. I already get the Jubilee. So when I seen him on there, he was talking about Cash Money. He said, y'all owe the city of New Orleans apologize. I said, what the world? So I caught on to his character and I just started liking it. I hit him in the DM and we talked and all that. I was, man, he a cool dude. Yeah. But he just had fun because I was like, how you gonna call this a monster gun? I said, is he really running for real? You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff.
He
like
ran before, huh?
You gonna get the deep freezer? No,
Oh, no?
no.
I'm like, how you gonna
Oh,
have a
for real?
name monster? You know, talking about, I was like, this dude talking about deep freeze food. I said, man. So I just fell in love with his character online. So I just thought, then it killed me when I saw him with the shirt all dancing and breaking it.
Yeah.
I said, man. I said,
Oh, he'll wear a pamper too.
Keep
Yeah.
it, keep it well, keep it good.
yeah, keep it real, keep it gutters,
Keep it well.
monster. Keep it real, keep it real. You know what made me laugh when I saw him do that?
That was my dog.
Y'all remember the underground? You remember the underground?
Yeah, I remember the underground. You talking about under Q93?
Facts. So when I broke out of juvenile jail, I'm hanging in the underground with the Catio. Me, E.D., T, he was in state jump. So we all in the underground, we chilling. So there's this dude, when that Trigger Man come on, he mean mugging and he shaking his head, looking at them. No, then when Trigger Man came on, he started popping. Man, they stole off on him and beat him up. So every time I see that, I see how Monster go off on people. Then when I saw him doing his dance and I say, man, Monster. Because at first he had him so I was bought like, boy, that boy, like, he gonna step.
Because he cut up.
Right, I'm thinking he talking, I'm like, okay,
Then he did
boy.
that woo and you
I
turned
said,
it.
man,
Yeah.
I wanted to go grab a
Fact,
switch.
facts.
I want to see what, boy, let me see that switch. 'Cause I'm like,
But you come from the pop and lock era, huh?
yeah, big fact. So that's another thing. Think about this, like back in the days,
Dudes just
Jubilee, do the Jubilee, aren't baby, aren't. So
It was just a pop. And they
men
wasn't
do
gay.
it, and nobody
You was
had no
doing that
problem.
shit?
I tried it a few times in the
Popping?
project. Not the actual wall. I did some of
How you
Jubilee.
did it?
Day.
Like, what you
I'm not about to
did-
do that
you
thing.
did it left to right.
You trying to let me go
Left to
viral, huh? You trying to-
He did it left to right, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what they. I know what they try to trick. You ain't gonna trick on giggity.
Y'all went
boy.
homophobic.
Nah.
Y'all went homophobic.
We wasn't. Think about this here. Willie Puckett, them. You had a bunch of men dancing,
Right.
and nobody criticized it.
That
Everybody.
what you tried to do, the Willie Pucker shit?
No, man. I just you did.
How?
Do the
I'm
giggity.
saying what?
I don't remember.
Just ask.
Man, well, I just told you. Next question, sir. He ain't trying to work me. He trying to work. You won't let you want me to get up
He wanna see
here.
you bust a move.
Look at you.
I need to touch a roll and shit, man.
You say, oh, no rap cap, I got a dancer. Giggity, they dancer. Nah, it ain't gonna work, buddy.
Oh, man, this
No.
nigga stupid, dog.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I had something in mind that I was just, damn. It was something that fucking, yo, we're just talking about.
Not popping.
Big fat. Where your
No.
book at?
Where my book at? In the car.
Where
You read
you
the book?
promoting? No, I ain't read no books on the street. I tell a lot of people that sending me books. I tell everybody,
I told you I wrote about you. I had you in the book.
thank
you. Never even
you.
read
Make
it.
an audio and I listen to it. I'm not reading books on the street. I ain't in jail no more. I did all that. Then you got people who got the big old thick. I ain't got time for that.
You read a lot of books in jail?
Bam, bunch of 'em. Hood books, everything. Standing at the scratch line, Echo, This Is Summer, Behold of the Pale of the White Hawk. All these books, man.
Donna Gons and the,
All that. And
Donna
then
Gone.
Birdman them had bought Iceberg Slim. So I would get all them books for free.
forgot Tiki Turner. I forgot the girl's name.
Nikki Turner.
Nikki Turner.
That's my girl. I helped
Yeah,
her
yeah.
give her an idea on a book to write one
Nah,
time.
real shit?
Yeah, her and my mama real time. I was mad with her because she didn't give me a shot. I gave my
I
mama a
wrote
shot.
her, feel her. I read a few of her shit.
Yeah.
Shiesty, Project Chick.
Man, I helped her.
Yeah.
One of them books, when I was in
Flip
McCreary,
side of the game.
I had gave her some ideas to write the book, and she ain't shot me. I was so mad with her, but she had shot my mama. I was like,
Man, look
"All
at
right."
this nigga. Nigga shot at y'all. You ain't read the man shit.
Yeah,
Talking
I
about
shot
somebody.
his
That was
nigga
in jail.
mad.
Back to that. Me, I ain't reading no book out here. You get audio, I'm rocking
I'ma do
it.
audio.
Now I promote the book all day for you, but it didn't words be small now. I can't be twinching. You know what I'm saying?
Do niggas be trying to get you to promote that's trying to stay off the radar that fuck with you?
Big facts. Bro, if you read my DM,
Facts.
it's crazy. Big facts. Dudes,
Facts.
yes, bro. They be hit, bro. Look, bro, I rock with you, bro. But I'ma stand for this, bro. Can you post this for me? Can you-" And I be like, yeah, all right.
It don't go. Man, see, bro, you be capping sometimes. Dog.
I do. I do cap.
So it only it only go no farther than that. Just alright, dog. Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. That's all you be saying. It's alright. Come on, man.
Hey, bro, y'all stupid.
Yo, I'm tired of
Listen,
niggas, dog.
that right there, a drive a person, bro.
Let's stop the camera.
Bro,
That's
that big a person.
disrespectful.
That big a person. I'm gone, man. Take this stuff off me. Nah, for real, bro. I would show you my DM, bro. But I'm gonna be the bad guy. I ain't tripping because I got my freedom. So if you, this is my thing.
I believe they do it though, bro.
This is my thing. If you gonna stand on what you stand on, and you feel you gonna hit me in the DM and ask me to help you with this, you don't want nobody to know, then that shows a lot about your character. So I ain't gonna bust your cover. Do you? You hit me. You want me to do that? All right. And I be doing it for free for a lot of people.
For the niggas that know that saying all that.
No, you're talking about some of the people that
I
just
know.
send you stuff. You're saying you do it for free for them, or is it
I
dudes
do it
that
for
want to
about-
stay away from you?
A bunch of people, I do it for free.
I'm talking about the ones
Yeah,
that want
yeah.
to stay away from you.
I do it for free. Like, here you got help promote. Here you go. Cause see, this what I look at.
It take a different type of nigga to do that though.
But see, this what I look at too, though, guys. Like, I'm not strong on Instagram. So when you send me stuff to post for you, yeah, you getting a good look because I got a nice size following. But you helping me with content too because you help me keep stuff. So I go to look at my numbers be jumping. So okay, I'm almost at 70,000 now. I ain't really working on this page right here.
Right.
My strong suit is YouTube. So when they feel like they getting over, or they winning because they ain't got, because you know GDP, all them might charge you to promote your stuff. So when they feel they winning over here with me, they know I'm winning too because you giving me content. So we both winning.
Now that would fuck with a nigga though, meaning like I know you don't like me and I'm trying to shoot you my shit and you still do it. That probably would fuck with a nigga.
Right.
Cause you don't supposed to be doing that for me.
At all.
I know I did some whole shit I don't fuck with you.
But I sure I
Right.
Chess.
say, bro, you know what? I don't want to toot my home, but I'm one of the best to ever do it. And I just be sit back like,
Nah,
boy,
that's facts. Real nigga like it or not.
if I went on a Jaguar ride, a vent spree, bruh, I break the internet.
So you say so how you is right now? You saying that ain't 100% is a filter?
You saying there's more you can give?
Oh, that's a fact. Yeah, I could show you my phone, I could get, but by me being so successful now, I don't want to take that road because I also think I could use this person down the line or this person I could use for certain things. I be like, all right,
Chess.
you gonna get it's monopoly for me.
If
Monopoly.
if you were saying like, nah, I don't want to say that.
Thank you, because I know what you're trying to dig. You trying to just let's get to something else,
What you
bro.
about to do? No, where you think I'm going next?
I know
Tell me.
where you-
Just tell me. Just tell me.
And I ain't gonna take it. Then you gonna put it. See, he be trying to work me too,
No,
bro. Gas, you and I have side conversations. I know where you at, bro. I study you already, Gas. I be prepared when I come here. I be
You be
prepared
wrong,
for you.
dog.
Nah, I'll be prepared. You be with the bull, bro. I be
No, I
prepared
don't.
for
You
you.
got
And then,
motives? You have motives?
yeah, you too. But this the thing with how y'all compliment each other because he the Eric outspoken, you the cool, and you would hit me with like bop, and then you would try to ease
That
up.
was a good question.
Bop, yeah. Think he got all the
Nigga
sense too.
stupid.
Yeah, I'm here, bro. I'm watching.
I was fucking with you. Now I was about to say something that I had thought about
Okay, listen.
the first time, but I was like, because it was only mainly about the rat shit, bro. Cause I'm only want to talk about that because I know when we was in the hotel, and that's when the part we was going back and forth about the real, the cold real shit like that. But I won't stay right there because today it's like we saying them people who back there, the reason they don't want rat, because they thinking, I don't know what, but you hear this tell like it ain't no difference.
Well, see, but let me say this:
So
you
that
got,
shit fucking with a nigga just to.
but you got 1% that's standing on G code in the Fed. That's all the state. Well, the state don't conquer. They can't tell. So I don't know why people say, "Oh, he see America." The state and the Fed is two different. They can't do that in the Fed. I mean, in the state. Fed, the only one got Rule 35, 5K1. Angola, our state penitentiary, our state Louisiana don't have that option. That just to clear up how people always, see America. No, he couldn't. Now, you got guys that feel like, no, I'm standing on this. I did my crime. I'm gonna do my time. I ain't going like no BAN. I'm gonna die in jail. You got some people, they mind just made up there, and some, not all, but some people, when I look at them, I be saying, you throw it away anyway. You ain't got nothing out here anyway. You don't have no outside support. So some of them be miserable and it be like forced to be standing on it. But I believe, and even Diesel said it, it's a bunch of people, if they could get out of Angola to slide out, they gonna do it. Because ain't nobody wanna be locked up.
In detail, what does slide out mean?
They gonna tell what they can tell and get out. Because there's some dude with some big names that did some stuff in Angola that nobody just ain't put him out. You know, people slide a lot of stuff across my desk. So I wait the mad day, but how you want to play?
But it didn't freedom.
Yeah.
Oh, it freed them?
Yes.
You think people that have snitched want to get close to you because it kind of like,
They feel comfortable. They feel like you embrace it. You my brother and the snitch couple.
think it's like a
Yeah, it's a cult. We got a little brotherhood. Yeah, we got brotherhood. I'm the big homie. I'm the big homie. So look at that.
Facts.
What is it? Just stupid, bro. This nigga non-stop with it, dog.
No,
gotta love you though, bro. Gotta love
Say,
you for it.
I'm the big homie though, brother. You check in with me. Nah, for real, they gotta check in with me, bro.
Man, at
Listen,
the club,
anybody that told the Fed, hit me up. Y'all check in with me. I'm gonna put a cash app up. Y'all pay y'all tithes, and we're gonna go from there.
Oh, I got a question. So, Boosie asking the president to pardon him, right? But he's not convicted of a crime yet. Is that saying that he's already guilty, or is lawyer telling him like he don't have a fighting chance where he's asking for a pardon before he even get convicted of a crime yet?
No, he just want to get just from being arrested, being charged with it.
Well, you can't get pardoned on arrest.
Yeah,
huh?
that. Could you? Right now, we got you. We ready to bring you to court.
I thought you had to be convicted of a crime to be pardoned from a crime.
No, because the thing is, once you go to grand jury, now you set to be charged. Versus if they just got me want to question me.
With him being on the verge of being charged, you telling me that the president can pardon that before you? That's unlawful. Like it's
How?
almost like you wasn't even convicted yet
But-
to even. You see what I'm saying? Like I can
I
see
hear
if you
what
was
you
convicted
saying.
of a crime, got sentenced to some time, and then I pardon that.
Right.
But how important that you
say,
can't
man?
even.
It's like getting immunity. You ain't that?
Yeah, it's like immunity. I guess you look at it from that side like immunity, like you know what I'm saying. But that's like I guess if you look at it from that perspective.
I mean, think about it. Once them people go to that grand jury and indict you, now you charged with this crime. That's like for the murder. Oh, we got you on investigation, so we feel like you did this murder versus we went to that grand jury, you locked up, now you sitting them 60 days on that murder.
Right.
Man, just go ahead on and clear that. Get me out, get that up off me, leave me alone.
Yeah, just.
And and a lot of people wanted me to do a video because Boosie had told me, man, some people gonna make it, some people not.
I heard.
You just gotta pray about it. Woo, woo. So, but I had been showing people y'all gotta admit this. Boosie had the internet in the headlock. He had them fooled. And when I come on, start pointing out, so slowly but surely, the hood street dudes start coming on my side, showing like, yeah, OG, you right, man. Blah, 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 blah. They start coming over on my side, right? So I was like, Boosie, thank you because you gave me the alley hoop, but you doing a lot of capping too. You make the rules, you break the rules. You saying this on Vlad, you come back and do this, you do this. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I was happy that he was dissing me because that was getting me. Bro, when I first came out, I had 5,000 people in my live.
Have you replaced Boosie on Vlad?
No, I can't. Boosie, I'm not. Boosie numbers big. No, indeed, I can't. I ain't gonna jump out there.
I was just asking.
No, I'm telling you, no, I didn't. But Vlad got me in rotation now, like a regular guest. But no, I ain't nowhere on Boosie level because Boosie's a celebrity. People really love his music, and love him because he'll go off too. So no, I ain't nowhere near that. No.
Yeah, because it was some people like. I'm gonna just ask you, was you feeling like some of the comments were saying like nigga shouldn't even be asking for no pardon if
What?
you was in the streets like that, this and that. So how that work?
I disagree with that. That's what I'm saying. I like that Boosie made that move because he's showing he's human now. Because he was too real for YouTube at one time. Like, man, give me that light, give me that dead pimp, I'm taking y'all all the way. So where now he's showing like, man, Boosie if you think about it though, bro, all hate aside, he got a big movement. He's still doing shows at his age.
Right.
All the old songs still hits.
Classic.
I'm driving, coming to New Orleans last night, and I had that, I've been trade for all the golf, you know what I'm saying? And that chill out, you got the goals in your mouth, you'll get, so I listen to his music, I like his music. I love that, y'all better not fighting this. You know what I'm saying? Those songs go hard. So, but this a dude that got a house, he building stuff on his land. So when you look at it, you be like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Got his children, got a house, I said, boy, that's gay, I like that. So when you somebody that's doing something, you like, man, I can't afford to go to jail. All these people counting on me. Man, and I see it's real now. Them people drop the truck, come in and charge me with this here. Man, I can't go to jail.
No, I salute a nigga when a nigga do that, right?
Yeah.
Cause I know before that a nigga could speak it or before it get out to the public, you felt like that months ago. That would be the hardest thing for us to speak it. We already feel like we maturing, we changing our life, man. I got my kids. That's what a nigga battling with. I can't tell the public yet, but I'm already feeling like that. So I salute a nigga when they
too.
do that
When
because
they
it's
man
hard. It's because it's hard to do it. Like you've been changed. But it's hard to tell the public because the perception that how they look at me gonna
Perception
leave
of
or
others,
they gonna
yeah.
leave.
Perception of others.
So that I salute that.
Yeah, I was happy that he asked for it because I'm like, okay, because you got to keep in mind, he got a big following. So you got some people that be stubborn, man, Boosie gone, I'm gone. Do that goofy, did they get there? Man, I shouldn't have followed Boosie. So when Boosie showed him his vulnerability, man, give me a part, man. I'm out here doing these shows. Still got motion.
Right.
And I was like, but because they wanted me, but I could show you. They were like, you gonna get booty? I'm like, nah, I like that.
Right. And it's a good thing that I don't know if you had covered it on your channel about the Bourbon Street shit, right?
Yeah, I covered that.
All right.
Because I like what y'all had did.
Right. So I'm glad, 'cause that's why I want to refer to what we did. About you being Muslim, right? And not the Nation of Islam.
No.
Other Muslim. So I was saying, like, is that part of the religions? Them Muslims on the mentality of kill myself to kill you in the name of Allah?
No. And I showed the proof on my channel in the Quran where Allah say, do not kill yourself, do not commit suicide. Because he say over and over and over in the hellfire, you will continue to commit suicide if you do that. That's just their culture.
That's them radicals.
And the reason why I'm saying that, because I met a 19-year-old, I done met a few of them, they call it Talafi. Oh, in their language, that means y'all fake Muslims in America. So the reason why to call us, someone to call us Talafis, fake Muslims over here, because they feel like it's a jihad. Y'all Muslims, y'all ain't helping us fight over here. So what we used to do is we used to show them, because, primarily, let me show you a bad example. This is a Christian country. Our grandma, our mothers, mother, Baptist, some of them Catholic, but we know they go to church, so we know my mama, church, so so over there with them, they found a lot of Muslims over there, so they'll get them the young boys and brainwash them. You're gonna get this reward. You're gonna do, if you do this, you do this. I personally talked to a lot of them, 19 years old, 21 years old, and when we start chopping up, talking to them, showing them the hadith, they're like, man, I say, I know what you called me to. I ain't know. He said, brother, I didn't know. This is what we were taught. And then when they come over here and we start showing them the deen, see, they be good. They help us with the Arabic, how to pronounce it. But we be showing them and helping them with the deen because, like I said, just like over here, our parents and family are Christians, so we don't know nothing about the Bible. We know Jesus Christ. We know the King James Version.
What was told us.
Right, but we ain't never studied. Right. So it's like them over there, they never studied. They just take this is what it is. And they go with that. But once we show them, like, nah, this ain't, they get a different perspective, and then they have a different outlook. But now you're in jail, but it's now you know. And I was happy that you did pose that question, and that gave me a chance to show it in the book, the proof. No.
Yeah. I'm following that, right?
There you go.
Nah, because I'm just want to ask this: the people that niggas say that's not that, and I'm completely fine with that. But is a nigga agreeing to everybody who do that is Muslims?
What you mean?
This thing
because they go in the name of as a Muslim. They when they do it as a Muslim in the name of Allah.
Right. But they Muslims.
Right. Yeah, they are Muslims. I can't say no. He ain't no Muslim. I don't have the right to do that. So they Muslim, but they doing what they want to do.
That's just like the Christian people that have did stuff, made people drink poison, the whole nine.
Jim Jones.
Jim Jones, like they did it in
Waco.
the name. Yeah,
we ain't coming out.
So it's just a brainwash that people follow, and it become like a cult type of following more than a direct religious.
Not solely,
following.
because I got you.
You got him?
Nah, man. I got what you said. You cleared it up good. But like I say, man, is anything that you want to say that we ain't covered? You got something to say, man?
I'm good.
I think that we could do a 3-way podcast. I won't be part of the No Rap Cap.
You only allowed in the city twice a month.
That's all. That's good. That's all you need. Get a lot. Work me like an old slave. Get about 10 hours of footage. Y'all break it up.
Right.
Say, boy.
Now we have some good dialogue though. Every
Big
time.
facts.
Nah, man, you fuck with us, bro. On camera and off camera. That's a fact.
Let me tell you something. What people don't know, because you got attitude, you cut up, but you know business. Think about this here. When me and Crypto Jesus bought these sweaters from me, we didn't think, I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be some more Walmart material, some shit. Jesus said, man, and I'm looking at it, I'm trying to find what the hate on you, right? And I'm like, So first thing I said,
Facts.
I said, what this white man he got on him with these goggles?
I gotta find something on it.
Yeah, because you got good quality. I'm like, man, and then you got the socks. So I'm like, man, I was like, man, I could do that. But I was like, you gotta have a connect to this, but you got good.
Nah, I turn you on to that shit for your shit.
No, I don't got no. But I want to support that. I like that, and
I
you got
appreciate
that.
My nigga.
Nah, for real. So, and I was mad. I put them little tanks.
You don't think you can sell some dope people's champ?
Yeah, we gotta. I bought sweat. I got Mardi Gras colors. You down bad? All the little sayings we be saying. We got them shirts, but we ain't got that quality. Well, my sweat, I'm gonna put that up.
Hey, How you rate the support for you though? Like off of views, comments, like how you rate the support? Because we know also like everybody who watch you and all them views. To me, I would think that more than half of them is not supporters. It's just people
Being nosy.
right.
Watch,
So how you rate the support from them numbers though? Like how you do it?
Well, I just look at everybody give me a view. Because my thing is this here. This I always say, guys. And this is a proven fact. Huh?
I said all equal to check.
Big facts. But here's my thing. If I don't like you, I'm not coming on your channel. I'm not going to watch nothing you got to say. I don't want to hear that. You a rat. You a snitch. Beat it. I don't care what you got. I don't want to see that. And there's some people who channel I've never watched. So when people come on my channel, I be like, you fake like you don't like me, but you watching what I'm saying.
Right.
Don't give me no ear. Don't pay me no attention. Do you?
But solely not liking a nigga because if a person don't like you, it solely mean that I'm under that code, right? It's
No,
another reason.
that's just your preference. You got some people that's just
Not
like,
because under the code.
no, you ain't. Everybody don't go on because you got some dudes screaming in the street, better stand on man time. Like you got some people like, man, I ain't no gangster, but I ain't about to let you come and mess up my household.
Right.
I'm gonna defend my family.
I'm just a man.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And you got some of them that say, I don't like the police, don't put the police in my business. I ain't never killed them, I ain't never done this, but I ain't no sucker. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't always about the code, it's about being a man and protecting your household.
principles you stand on.
That's what I'm on. I'm on this.
Right.
You got, like prime example, D1, when I interviewed today, he said he ain't never killed nobody, he ain't never had a gun, did none of that stuff before. But
Be a man.
yeah, but and he's standing on pushing his Christianity and pushing his positive music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, he by himself. He got Kendrick Lamar to shout him out.
So being a man overpower everything that got to do with the code.
Big facts. Being a man.
If a nigga like, man, you violate the code, I'm just substitute with that. I'm a man. I'm being a man.
Yeah,
and that's
what
cool
you
to
do.
go.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man.
Facts.
That's we've been doing that for a few
I'm
years.
trying to say this shit different.
It's
bro.
rigged, bro. It's rigged, baby. It is rigged, bro.
Because in the same sentence, you was like, man, Diesel do this, you stick under the code. We don't talk about that. But the code, under that same code, the code is not being with you. Not the code like we don't talk about that. The code is not being with you if I was under the code.
Can I show you something? What I learned?
Could you be under the code of as just being a man? Could that be a code? Just the man code. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I was just saying we were talking. No, but y'all was saying right. But I'm just talking about in that particular conversation. Right. That's what he was saying. He under the code. So we want to talk about the business. He was referring to street code.
Right.
We don't talk about the business. I'm like, damn, he was under the street code. He wouldn't even be. So it's like shit.
Let me tell you how this
know.
stuff separated. Let me
Shit
tell you.
all crazy.
Let me show you how it's separated. Whereas YouTube is one thing and streets is another. And this is no disrespect to none of these men whose name I'm about to say, but I'm just going to show you example because this is proof. Take Gunna. What people start classify him as?
All right.
Okay. Take 6ix9ine.
All right.
Take Woody.
All right.
Rollo.
No, we ain't worried to do Rollo. So listen. No. I'm doing this me right now. So now.
Backbite.
Yeah, big fact. So so you take them three names, and each one of them names was a success, was big. Gunna had the biggest album. 6ix9ine doing shows, $1 million deals, stunting, and still, I was looking at this live the other day, people still in there loving that boy.
Yeah, love him.
Woody doing shows, had the most money he had in his whole life. 100 grand one time in his hand.
Right.
So
That's the big dog of this shit. To my not you. That's the big dog of that shit.
Yeah, he just he late.
He took his spot.
Yeah, he did that. But you know what this is? The spotlight gone for him.
That's a fact.
Facts.
Because I don't think he got the antics. But go ahead.
No, because he push it. He on Christian. You know, he on his.
Oh, he on that?
Yeah, he on his. Yeah, he with the church, got baptized. He on that. But not on that. That was the only story he had was messing up. You know, the government. It was entertained the whole world on the YouTube.
Sure.
But after that, it's over now. Once the trial was over, it's over now. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it, all the guys who was labeled snitching rats winning. They're winners, bro.
All the real niggas losing.
Big facts.
Facts.
Nigga too real for you.
Yo, they losing. I'm talking about you got some
Not
still
all
in the
real
fight.
niggas.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they in the fight. But the names I name,
They're not the biggest in the game.
they the biggest.
Not in the game.
They the biggest.
Stop the cap, man. For real, man. They're not the biggest.
They're the biggest.
They're big names for what they do, but they're not the biggest in the game.
Who the biggest in the game on YouTube? We talking about who's
On
most
YouTube?
successful? Yeah, who's most successful?
Charleston White, the biggest.
Big facts. Big facts.
Biggest.
But what Charleston White promote?
I ain't. He
I'm
like,
gonna call. Hold on. I'm gonna call the people on you. I'm gonna do this. Don't play.
Because I'm a civilian.
Right. But what I'm saying.
He's not saying I'm. No
we know
street-
he's not right. That's what I'm saying. But his antics, and you got some people who don't like him for that. But you gotta love him because he gonna have you laughing, and he the biggest on the internet. Charleston White, who he hooked up with? Woody. He tried to bring Woody along. That didn't work out. All right, beat it. So Woody tried to go on his thing, but you can't hurt Charleston White because Charleston White already self-made.
Right.
Yeah.
He the biggest. 6'9". Big dog. Big dog. Millionaire. It's true.
I know that's just the way you saying it.
Big dog. He a millionaire, bro. They hate that, bro.
But I think what helped those cats is that they was rappers, they was artists before they was, you know,
Woody wasn't no artist,
not him, only him.
but he's still in that
He
mix.
put it right back out there. That nigga went up.
Huh, bro?
He went up.
You heard when Wack 100 said you the first one to unrat?
I didn't hear him say that.
Wack
but
100 told
he
it
did
to Woody.
unrap.
So I'm saying, but a lot of people still look at you still did that. You should have did that.
I don't recall.
Right. So, but my thing is, everybody who got that label winning.
You ain't fucking with the 20v1?
I wanted to. They told me I'm too old.
You don't think you could grab something?
Charleston,
Yeah.
you're older than Charleston.
Right. But the dude, I was like, hey, get some older women then. Or get the young girls. We know we like young girls on the other age.
Oh, so you want to do it?
Yeah, I want to go have fun and play. I did want to realize street, so they just ain't put it out yet because they did it with Orlando Brown and Derek Famby. Was like, this ain't y'all. Don't go start doing it. Don't put the. So they got discouraged and they ain't dropped the one with me. I got one. I got the water. I spit the girl mouth. I did a Kevin Gates
Yeah.
on Real Life
They
Street
ain't dropped
Star.
that?
Nah, I said, man, that's gonna go crazy. Y'all need to drop. But I can't tell them how to run their channel.
Right. They put it together? They put the 20v1
Yeah,
together?
we did it over there.
Before we get out here, I gotta ask you this too.
Right. Let me ask you this before you ask me that. Why y'all the only y'all, and this is what I don't like about y'all. Y'all the only podcast I got a little respect for. Y'all don't never feed me or give me nothing to drink or nothing, bro.
I got water in there.
I can't tell. The guest supposed to pop
They
out.
got a fucking
got
Letterman, a fake Letterman.
That's why I need some water.
Fuck, that was funny.
I need some help in this joint. It's hot. Y'all ain't got no air conditioning in here. I was happy when he said cut is over with. What you say?
You know, fuck my train of
Good.
thought.
That was the intention. That was my whole.
I had a good one too.
Play the second line music. We get on out here.
They got love for you and nigga trying to act you all the time and shit, bro. That's how it go. We be all over the place.
That's
Bro,
a fact.
we fuck with you.
Look, you see?
Charleston White.
So you come back, my nigga.
How you
fuck
got
with
Charleston White? How you got Joker? I thought that was big on your channel to get Joker from Real Life Street Stars to come, kind of like somewhat help interview Charleston White when Charleston White had a problem with that particular platform.
So this what I do.
Oh, that was after?
Yeah. Shout out to Charleston White. I'm the people channel for real. Y'all think I be playing when I be saying that, bro. So here's the thing. I got a relationship with Charleston White. I got a relationship with
Joker.
So I know Charleston White do good on Real Life Street Stars. So I was like, I hollered at Charleston White about, because I was like, man, I got to invest my money. So I said, I'm going to go with Charles White. You came, because I saw what he doing numbers on
Yeah, I
Say
seen
Cheese.
your numbers.
But I'm talking about Say Cheese first. I'm knowing ridiculous, right?
Million, right.
So I was like, man, I'm going to take a chance with Charleston White, because I did it before when I first come home, $500,000. Well, 485,000. So I hit him up. I said, man, what's up, man? I said, all right, look. I said, but then I was like, when he agreed, I said, I got a little nervous because I was like, man, I don't really know what to ask him. I said, but Joker do. So I hit Charles White. I said, hey, will it be all right if I get Joker to come help me interview you because they familiar with, Joker know how to talk. Charles said, yeah, man, I mess with Joker, but I don't like the other ones. I was like, all right, good. Joker, come on, help me out, bro. Charles said it's cool you coming. Joker's not gonna miss that opportunity either. You know what I'm saying? Because he want to still be cool, keep his relationship. So it worked out for me, man. And Charleston White shook me back,
Nah, real
Yeah,
shit.
that was crazy. I saw
Man.
them numbers. It was crazy.
man. And then get what they put my big video. They made it yellow yesterday
No, man, they flagged for something, huh?
because he was talking about marijuana in America. So they flagged. When I finally saw it, I took it out, but they already had it. They do a
Can't
manual.
undo it.
Yeah, then they do a physical. It's already done. Man.
You can't drop.
It's at $500,000.
You can't drop segments.
Yeah, we got segments on there doing, and that's another thing, because I used to always wonder why Vlad drop clips. I even talked to like, you don't get no money because I wasn't getting money for clips. I had shorts and clips confused.
Right.
So Vlad, like, I'm on the phone arguing with Vlad. Man, no, Vlad, this go, you don't get money for clips. Vlad, like, Terry, I don't know what you're talking about. He called one of his people on his team and everything. Terry, I'm like, so when
It's the amount of time.
no, what it is, a short is from seconds to up to a minute.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but then
8 minutes down. The
No,
clips.
8 minutes and up. That's a regular video.
8
You can
minutes
put
down and stuff. Put
no
the age.
7:59 down. You can't add mid video. I mean mid commercials, right? But they put commercials on the front and the end.
Right.
But what I watched from Charles White, we got 3 minute, 4 minute, 6 minute clips. That's making
More
3
than
and 4. Then I would do big video. I say, man, I've been playing all this a long time. The little short, people love short stuff. Pop, 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 make them laugh. Look at it.
Attention span. Just to
Right.
the point, to this particular subject.
Right. See, with that shit, it get a little tricky because it's time consuming. You know
Yeah,
what
but you
I'm
ain't got
saying?
nothing but time.
That's what it is. Nigga got, man. It's like sometimes you be knowing how to do shit and you just ain't never worked yourself around to it because it's time consuming. Instead of me putting out an album, I could just do that one time. We'll put it out. I could make fucking 40 clips out this 1 hour, but that shit take me a long ass fucking time. Keep clipping and clipping, and I be motherfucking like, man, fuck that shit. But nigga know that's what it takes. Also,
Bro.
and nigga just gotta,
Listen, I
do
agree
that
with
shit.
you with that, right? I agree with you with that. And I've been doing it come May, I'll be 3 years. But when I saw the clips Charleston White doing on my channel, I said, that's my new game right
Nigga
there.
gotta do it because it's showing you that's the blueprint.
Man, that's the, right.
Right. Nah, real shit, man. I appreciate you coming through and fucking with us.
Too, bro. It's
the
all
time,
good.
man. It's all
Y'all
love,
know
man.
whenever I can sneak back in the biddy, come on, bop, bop, bop. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna alternate. I'll come to y'all gonna come to
come
me.
out there.
Right.
Yeah.
And,
We gonna switch this up
Yeah, I was about
sometime.
to say, so we can get on your shit. I thought
Come
that's what
out
you wanted to do.
Y'all can get me out the back door.
This nigga stupid.
I don't
man.
got to-
For the people who gonna be watching this shit, man, who don't know who you is, man, let them know who you is and where to find you at.
Terrance Gangsta Williams, a.k.a. OG Giggity, a.k.a. Mr. Answer Right Back, a.k.a. The People Champ. Terrance Civilian Williams. I'm on Gangsta, the original High Boy. I did exclusive interview with Charles White, and I just did 607 on. Y'all check that out. I got my
CC.
Yeah, big homie CC. Actually, let me tell you what's crazy. I brought the footage here with me because I had to keep the little hard drive because now I done got professional. Now I got camera too. I brought with me and the mic because people been getting on me about my iPad, but I still on my iPad. So I got my YouTube, my Instagram. I'm about to try to shorten the name because it's Terrance Gangsta Williams Home. I want to shorten it, but that's the only Instagram I have. Then I got my Facebook, my government name, Terrance Emmanuel Williams. I have another YouTube channel called Hanging Out with OG Giggity. That's where I do all my goofy stuff at. My mama teaching me how to cook breakfast, teaching me how to make the roast. I'm in the studio trying to rap. That's where I have my fun at. And then you can also find me on Crypto G, the channel.
That's what it is, man. You know my slogan. Say no to drugs, get tested. They need us. Third ward.
Facts.
Rap Cat Podcast, man. I go by Gas the Realest.
I'm Mr. Meaner, the motivator.
You already know what to watch.
Watch this, don't watch that other shit.
Yeah.
Boom.
I like that.